needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
In studio with Gloria from Kinetic Physical Therapy. Gloria, what is cryotherapy?
Cryotherapy is when your body is exposed to extremely cold but therapeutic temperatures for several minutes. It has many benefits, including decreased pain, decreased inflammation, increased energy, and improved overall wellness. That's why at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we offer a wide variety of services, including cryotherapy. So whether you're an athlete or whether you just want to give your health a boost, cryotherapy will help to ensure that you're feeling great and living well. So come chill with us and you'll be back for more.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kid store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed.
I would like a commemorative football, along with like the $350 gift card and all the other stuff, but a commemorative football would be cool.
That's not a bad
Something
gift.
To always have, you know.
Put it in your office. Put it in a shadow box.
My office. One day I want to have an office here.
I want to have an office.
I don't have an office. I've been here longer than all y'all.
You know what we should ask for Christmas?
An office.
An office.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Sustained effort and violence.
There's local politics, bud. I don't care about the weather. I can't control the weather. Don't want to talk about the weather.
Do we not agree?
Was that supposed to be funny?
Cool, neat story.
It can be a total goat rodeo.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, a total goat rodeo indeed. We are finally back with you inside the Pirate Radio studios live on Pirate Radio Live in a new year, 2022. Welcome back, Pirate Nation, and great to be back here with you. Packed house today here on this January 3rd, a snowy day in Eastern North Carolina. At least it was a moment ago, right outside these Pirate Radio studios. You're tuned in to Pirate Radio Live on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930, online, pr927fm.com, and you can watch the show on Facebook Live and on YouTube. So find us there. Subscribe to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube for all of our goodies that we have there for you. All right, the crew is here. Shirley Rhodes producing, Chandler Honeycutt, CJ Schaefer as well. Studio B, Happy New Year. How are we?
We're doing good.
Happy New Year, Clipper.
Y'all been out playing in the snow?
Yeah, I need windshield wipers for my glasses.
You didn't have your proper headgear on. You're going to catch cold.
You were a total dad.
Get everybody sick, and man.
You're like, were you raised in a barn? What'd you leave the door open?
You left the door open. You need to put your winter hat on.
Left the door wide, slam open.
That was my biggest beef.
Door open.
Yeah.
Ellerbe is here, and he's
okay. That was on me.
We're not
though.
mad. We're disappointed.
I don't care if the kids go outside and play, but don't leave the door open. We're not raised in a barn.
So we're starting.
I was trying to heat the neighborhood.
We're starting 2022 with a "What's Your Beef" segment.
Hey, and we're going to talk about all our beefs from the last week and a half or so since we've been away from you. Coming up on today's program, Double B, Brian Bailey joins us at 3:30. At 4 o'clock, we'll go down to sunny Florida and talk to Zach Maskavich, formerly of WNCT Channel 9, now covering sports in Orlando. He covers the Bucks. We'll talk about the Antonio Brown saga from yesterday. Also find out what's going on with the UCF Knights and talk all kinds of sports with Zach Maskavich coming up later on in our show. We'll hear what Ryan Robinson had to say earlier today on the Brian Bailey Show. Great edition of that. If you missed it, you can check it out at 6 o'clock. We'll play a couple of those highlights for you. And also Holton Ahlers, who I talked to last Tuesday on a best of / new edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll hear some of those comments as he talked about not being able to participate in the Military Bowl. Troy D will be here in the 5 o'clock hour. And what would you like to say? You can chime in on Facebook Live, on Twitter, or give us a call, 317-1250, if you would like to add to the program. Robert says, Happy New Year, Clip. Happy New Year to you, Robert. And let me say Happy New Year to Jonathan Ellerbe. Hello, John.
Yeah, just Happy New Year's to everybody, especially people that can come back and leave the door open and freeze us out, Clip.
Wow, he's not going to let it go. Not going to let it go.
Daggone
He is
kids.
letting that beef cook.
Yes.
They didn't even wipe their feet.
He's letting it marinate.
Didn't
right
wipe
now.
their feet when they came back in.
I did wipe my feet because I don't like the squeaky sound that my shoes make when I don't.
I think I wiped my feet.
Well, Shirley, it doesn't matter now since you spilled cabbage all over the studio earlier today.
Oh!
Wow. We've got a lot of problems.
Wow.
You just threw her under the bus big time.
Did you see the size of the bus that just ran me over?
Well, I wouldn't have unless you didn't ruin my 40 bowls in 14 days sheets by laying your cabbage on my paper.
I did.
Got loose.
What are you talking about?
It was sitting up there. You put the bag down. You pick the bag up. Cabbage juice all over my papers.
Okay,
Man.
so in my defense, the cabbage was improperly put in the bag.
Improper cabbage, Ellerbe.
Yes, it was improperly put in, and I was unaware that it had been leaking, and I did not know until I went to go.
I feel like we need Jackie Childs here to sort all this out. Between 40 bowls in 14 days,
put the cabbage on it.
My question is, Clip, you got to be more careful with your 40 bowls in 14 days.
I
You know?
guess I
Yeah,
need to
what was
gotta
your
watch out for the
paperwork
cabbage,
doing
you know?
on my side of the studio anyway?
Yeah.
So we're back, and we got a lot of issues with each other.
We got a lot of problems.
We missed out on Festivus, so we didn't get all this anger
Exactly.
out.
Y'all missed out on getting together last Monday for 4 hours of Bud Light
right.
pregame tailgate.
Yeah.
I feel like we need the
We
fifth
could have
quarter.
worked that out.
Do we have the fifth quarter music? I was waiting to hear like the big calls today of like.
Well, let's
everybody-
recap everything that's happened on the field since we last
the Clip
left.
Brock fifth quarter. Let's go.
All right.
You recap everything.
Pirate football did not play. ECU basketball did not play. ECU women's basketball did not play. Cut the music, Shirley. There's your recap of everything that's happened in ECU athletics since we last talked to you.
All right.
Sad
was pretty
times,
quick.
Ellerbe. Sad times.
Well, I was really disappointed. I drove 2 hours north on I-95 and looped back around and made it back home. Luckily, I did not get charged my hotel fee, so all it cost me was about 4 hours on a Sunday. Headed to Annapolis. Really disappointed that the way a lot of these bowl games have been opting and canceled, that players and coaches and all this other stuff. The way this NC State was probably the worst, the 4 or 5 hours before kickoff. I just think all the perspective of watching all the bowl games, because there's so much crazy. You watch the Rose Bowl, you watch the semifinals and all these sold out stadiums, and then these games get canceled, and I kind of wonder, like with the bowl games, with especially the Military Bowl, that if the number one priority is to play the bowl game, then why do you have teams go in advance 3 to 5 days in advance ahead of time? I mean, why not just treat it during this COVID times where that could be an issue, have them fly out the day before, play the game, and fly back, and then.
Well, is that the number one priority for the bowls?
That would be my question.
Yeah.
What is the number one goal for universities to send their teams up for a 3 or 4 or 5 day vacation, and then the bowl game second? Or I mean, are there responsibilities that they have to generate money beforehand to because it's expensive to travel with a couple hundred people, to feed them and lodge them and everything. So I just feel like these bowl games that the experience for the kids or whatever. Hey, look, still give the kids all the swag. And if you go to a cool enough place where there's a SeaWorld or a theme park, give the kids passes to go there at a later date. And you know what? The one thing that's missing from all the bowl games too, which is going to change at some point, is pay the players. Give the players an appearance fee to be in these bowl games, and then if they choose to stay afterwards and want to live it up in the city or wherever they are, then they can extend their stay. But I think the bowl games need to get back to being sure the bowl games get played, especially if there's going to be issues with COVID.
Yeah, it stunk on those days where there weren't many games, but man, like Friday was great with the playoff games. Saturday was awesome with wall-to-wall games. Like,
Yeah.
I watched a lot of those games. And so...
And what was so... I mean, I just... to me, all the protocols of... How did the 4, 5, or 6 bowl games, I don't know the exact number, get canceled, and all the other ones seem to go on with, some of the bigger ones with full stadiums? I just don't know what some of the answers were, and there's a lot of questions and just a lot of answers to some of these bowl games that a lot of fans are still scratching their head over.
Now, when you started your statement with I'm disappointed in, and you were talking about games being canceled because of COVID, but you also threw opt-outs in there.
I don't have a problem with that. I mean, look,
I am so sick of the opt-out conversation.
No, the opt-out.
I'm so tired of it.
That was the problem that bothered me with the Boston College thing, is that they said people with COVID opt out.
The excuse not to play was COVID, but how many?
But there was never a breakdown of, all right, X number of Boston College players had COVID, and then X number of players were opt out, and X number were transfer portal. That doesn't matter to me. I mean, like the COVID thing is one, and if it's the whole team or how many ever, then I don't know. But and that gets back to my whole point. Why would anybody, if you didn't? To me, the number one achievement or number one goal of the bowl game is to play the bowl game.
Well, you got to get it on the air on ESPN and get some ad money and all that stuff, right?
They're going to play a bowl game. It's a business trip, and the only people that aren't getting paid on this business trip are the players.
What's interesting to me is and I don't, and once again, I don't know the exact number, but I did read somewhere that it was a total of 42 players that could not play, whether it be through COVID, injuries, or heading into the transfer portal / opting out of the bowl. But I read somewhere that it was less than 10 that actually had COVID. So now that raises the question, how much did they know ahead of time, prior to backing out of this bowl?
Well, it gets back to my point, too. If
it's almost like a little conspiracy theory, but it is interesting how things played out within 24 hours of actually playing the game.
If the players are getting an appearance fee to play in the bowl game, will that prevent those players from entering the transfer portal or opting out of the bowl game?
Some maybe, some not. Everybody's got a different reason as to why they do what they do.
But once a team accepts a bowl invitation, then they should understand that they should work with their team to be sure that the transfer portal and opt-outs don't hurt their chances of playing in the bowl game.
Well, look like East Carolina, they had guys enter the transfer portal, but that came out after the bowl game, correct?
Right.
They were going to play.
And I would think,
I think that's what the rules should be. If you're going to go into if you're thinking about going into
the portal,
no,
you close the portal until after bowl season.
I don't think so at all. The coaches' portal is always open.
Well, what are you saying then?
If the player, it's anybody's choice.
Exactly. So what are you saying? What are you saying? Who has to make sure the teams have enough players to play if you accept a bowl bid?
That's on the universities to show up.
But what? And then if they don't, then they don't. Then what? I don't understand your point. It sounds like you're making both sides of your argument here.
If the only group of people that aren't financially compensated for the bowl game are the players.
Okay.
So if there was an appearance fee,
you're saying there should be an appearance fee for the players to give them extra incentive to play in a bowl game.
Yeah, to give them incentive to stay if they knew they were getting $500 to whatever else. I don't know what the figure would be, but that might incentivize someone.
The commemorative football isn't enough?
No, the commemorative football is garbage. The 3 or 4 days ahead of time in Birmingham, Annapolis, Mobile.
Now, they do some of those for the fans, too. Should there be fans events leading up to this, or are we kind of past that point?
We're past that point.
It's not a big deal anymore.
There's only a few games that actually have had sold-out venues. Some of them are just all made for TV. And so if they're all, I bet you Boston College didn't sell 500 tickets.
So he treated it as just another...
It's an exhibition game.
I agree with that, totally. If you win... Season's over. If you lose, season's over. It is an exhibition game.
It's an exhibition game, and look, but it gives these seniors that got their bowl games canceled an opportunity to play one more time, which I'm sure they were excited about. And then it also gives anybody that's thinking about going in the transfer portal or thinking about coming back from it. It's really a job tryout for for a lot of other players. And look, if someone has the opportunity to go make more money in the NFL, or if somebody already has a better deal in place to transfer, then they can opt out at any point. Antonio Brown opted out in the third quarter. I mean, players, it seems now anybody can opt out at any point. So I'm just saying the whole pomp and circumstance of having all these bowl ceremonies and of East Carolina having this much expenses to go up 3 or 4 days in Annapolis, and then for it to get canceled, and then a lot of the fans that have spent money to go to a bowl game, not to go to Annapolis, which they could have gone to 3 or 4 weeks prior. That's what it's not about anymore. It's just an exhibition game, and then and treat it like that, and then let's cut out some of the BS expenses and the crying of like we're losing money. It's just nonsense. The goal should be to play the bowl game, and let's do that at all costs. And if it takes more time to get to San Diego, Bahamas, Hawaii or whatever, then maybe those teams get a little bit more, travel time. But other than that, just treat it like an exhibition game like it is. And now the Final Four, the college football playoff, those teams do have more obligations of media because there is more interest in those games. So let's have them there maybe a day or two in advance, and they can do some media appearances, this or that. But other than that, just let's play the games.
All right. So take that money for all the stuff you're doing, the events, the teams getting together 3-4 days before the bowl game. Take that money and put it into a player stipend.
Yeah, pay the players.
Ellerbe always, now I'll give you credit. If we talk about problems, you have solutions.
Right, pay the players.
And there's your solution.
If you ask the players, hey, look, would you guys rather go to Annapolis or go to even Orlando? 4 days in advance of the bowl game, or would you rather fly the day before, play the game, and get a paycheck, and then you can kind of do with what you want? And as I said, if you get to go to a city that has a SeaWorld, a theme park, or a beach, or somewhere, or even in Annapolis, if you want to go tour D.C. or whatever afterwards because you've never seen the nation's capital, then they have the money to stay afterwards and make their own way back, or they have their own money to go do something else. So cut out some of the expenses of, because it's expensive as crap to stay in all these hotels and to feed all these players and the travel party and all that. Just treat it like an exhibition game. Get in, get out, play the game.
All right, there is Commissioner Ellerbe with his take.
Just trying to throw some common sense into it. Hey, look, why don't basically every bowl game, especially the ones that East Carolina usually participates in, and which is basically do NIL deals with all the players.
Would you rather have like a bowl draft? How would you fix, or do you like the bowl tie-ins? How about that aspect of it?
If it was me, I would do it more regional.
You got to regionalize it.
Why did State fly to San Diego?
Yeah.
Especially
and again, this gets back to it's a reward for the players. It's a trip, that kind of
to San Diego. Yeah, well, great reward. Fly out there.
Have you not seen Anchorman? San Diego is a great place.
Yeah, San Diego is a beautiful place, but not if you're out there. Hawaii is a beautiful place too, and it would be fun to go. And
Memphis got to go there and not play a game. That's great for.
But they still had to have practice and do some other things. It's not like they sat on the beach and drank Mai Tais all day, or did whatever they wanted. They had structure events. As I said, the Bahamas is a wonderful place, but I don't know if I'd ever want to go to the Bahamas and watch East Carolina play in a bowl game, because who would want to spend 5 hours of their day at a football game in the Bahamas? It's just like there's a lot of cool the blue water and boating and beaching and doing whatever you want in the Bahamas it's a lot more cool. But I don't know, man. And it gets back to my point, which I've said many years before this, that you should never play in a bowl game in a stadium that's crappier than your home stadium. And that's been the case. RFK was a dump the first time that East Carolina went to the Military Bowl. The Naval Academy has a nice stadium, but it's not like this fantastic venue. Weather is an issue. Weather was going to be an issue that day. It's going to be much like it is here in Eastern North Carolina today. So have these stadiums in these professional NFL stadiums, or in domes, or in warm weather areas where it is a real treat to play in a bowl game.
Well, that's kind of why I said leading into this thing that getting to a bowl game, like the idea of it is better than the actual bowl game itself. Getting to a bowl game is more important than winning the bowl game. What I'm saying?
I don't even remember who it was, and you have it on your sheet over there. What poor saps were playing on Christmas Day at 2:30? I mean, who in the wild world? I mean, it was like in South Alabama Stadium.
The Camellia Bowl, Ball State and Georgia State.
Yeah, I mean, that was just happened.
2:30 on Christmas Day.
Yeah, I mean, who in the wild world of sports was going or even caring about that? I didn't. As I said, I couldn't even remember. I just saw that football was on, so I, flipped by it for a little bit before we went back to like a Christmas Story or Christmas Vacation. But I mean, it's just, I'm just saying they are glorified exhibition games, which is fine. So let's treat them like how many days in advance does Ball State and what was the other team? Georgia State. How many days did they waste at the Camellia Bowl ahead of time?
And they're all on ESPN, and people on ESPN are complaining about players opting out of the bowl games that are on ESPN. Because it's the whole thing is silly.
And everybody goes to a bowl game now. All but like 40 teams go to a bowl game. So I'm just saying,
we didn't for 7 years,
which is terrible. And I'm glad East Carolina was able to go to a bowl game. But if the whole point is to play the bowl game, let's take the money and the garbage ahead of time and reinvest it and pay the players.
Mike P. getting in his first wordplay of 2022. Get ready, Shirley. He says it was a joke that they canceled ECU's bowl game. More like the Silly Bowl. Silly Terry Bowl.
There we go.
Respect the troops, Mike. There's Mike P. chiming in.
Was that supposed to be funny?
Yes, it was right up my alley.
Yeah, it was in there. It wasn't A+, but it hit the board.
Definitely not Mike P's best work.
I'm honestly glad we didn't have shows last week, just so I didn't have to talk about this for 3 hours every day. I got so tired of it on social media, just everybody going back and forth, and I don't know. I got tired of the whole thing.
It was frustrating, and I think yet again NC State was the topper. Had to have their game canceled 4 hours before kickoff. They really took a double COVID whammy last year between Omaha,
the other side of the country.
I mean, Omaha and then San Diego.
Yeah,
just crushed.
And then so they were supposed to play on. Was it Tuesday or Wednesday?
Wednesday, I think the 29th. Or maybe Tuesday. I'm not sure.
It was Tuesday.
Because then Wednesday night, I remember after trivia going home and watching them blow a lead in basketball and just thinking the one team that does play for NC State loses.
And they're in last place in the ACC right now. It's, I mean, I don't know, man. I just was excited to watch Pirate football and hopefully get their 8th win. And then, of course, NC State claimed they won and has 10 wins on the season. East Carolina.
I got tired of that talk, too. I don't. It's up to the players. Do they want the trophy? If they do, great. If not, there was not a game played. We didn't win a game. I'm not going to go crazy about getting a win or a trophy.
No trophy. Pirates finished 7-5.
That's their record. Yeah,
right.
The game.
Watch the season.
It wasn't forfeited.
Maybe it was, but does it make you feel any better?
So how do you feel about Louisville's championship in 2013?
I watched the game. They won.
But you didn't go back.
You can take the trophy away or whatever, but the game happened.
They're still national champions.
And I did not see a military bowl happen because it didn't. There wasn't a game.
It did not happen.
No.
Didn't I see that State was posing with the trophy and
they took the trophy home?
Yeah.
And then
Dave Dorn had some choice words for the NCAA saying no clue at all.
Yeah. That's
clever.
Pretty strong.
Clever stuff.
Pretty strong.
He was, you know what? He had time to think about that on his flight home, so he probably was thinking about that the whole.
He was probably fired up the whole way home. Knowing that his next game's against East Carolina in Greenville, September 3rd.
That's right.
Kevin said UCLA cleared out the locker room before telling NC State and the Holiday Bowl. I don't care. Whatever. What are they supposed to do? Go to State's locker room?
The question is,
I don't care.
The question is where's the follow up been on the UCLA and Boston College players? Are they okay?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's like,
well, it's not about that. It's about being infected, I guess.
Yeah, well,
no matter how healthy you are. And now, moving forward, Ellerbe, Mr. Ideas guy, they got to change these protocols. I mean, the NFL. I said this when we did our picks with Tony last week. They're going to play. They've had games where the Broncos had a third-string receiver playing quarterback last year. They're going to play their games. They're going to find a way, and they're probably going to find a way to – I would think they would try to find a way to adjust the protocols and make them more lenient so they can get more players on the field instead of just testing everybody.
Each team has about 85 scholarship players and then a handful of walk-ons.
Well, that was the thing that jumped out to me. The first team that pulled out, I want to say, was Texas A&M, right?
Yes.
Against Wake Forest. And it said, the statement was like, we have 43 scholarship players left or something. I was like, well, do you have walk-ons?
I mean, they have
guys.
They just have the number one recruiting class.
Where are those? Could Jimbo not pay a couple of students with his fat salary?
That's just where like there just needs to be.
That shows you they didn't want to play. Just like Boston College didn't want to play.
So why would they? I mean, just how about at the end of the season saying, "Look, we're good. We got selected against Wake Forest. We do not want to go to the Gator Bowl. That's below our standards. We're going to lose money because we like to travel 300 or 400 people deep, and we're good. No matter how much money we make from the SEC, we're good." So I'd like to dive deeper into all the numbers of Boston College, Texas A&M, Boise State, UCLA. Let's get a real breakdown of what's going on here. What's the real story? And that's something that'll absolutely never happen.
Nope. Will not. All right. Good stuff, Ellerbe. Basketball. Shirley, you got Ryan Robinson 1.
I do.
Ellerbe, I was going to be on the PA last Wednesday. Luigi Dabo
for Wichita State.
Yeah,
shockers.
I was heartbroken. I was more upset about that than the damn football game being.
Were you really?
I wanted some hoops. I wanted something at that point live, some sports. I needed some pirate sports. You
just wanted to be on the mic in Minji's.
I wanted that too. I wanted it all.
Now,
and I got nothing.
Will you automatically get the makeup game?
No, see, and I do not get that game on my resume. Even it didn't happen. I don't get the trophy, the ring, none of it.
Do you get paid?
I don't get paid. I don't get any of it.
But you didn't have to go over there.
Okay.
I mean, what if you'd have
I could have walked over there. What do you mean?
What if you'd have gotten over there and like 2 hours before tip, you had to go home, Like, would that upset you more instead of you finding out like a couple days in advance?
No, I found out a few hours in advance. I was upset then. I would have been upset if it was 30 minutes, 3 days, whatever. I would have been upset, and I am upset. Will there be a game on Wednesday? Ryan Robinson and Brian Bailey talked about that earlier today on the Brian Bailey Show.
Is the basketball game still on for Wednesday? As we speak, we think yes.
Yes, everything's moving in that direction. And, I think all of our fans know now, and as you know, Brian, it is truly hour by hour with COVID. But hopefully, we can get people healthy with the new CDC rules and guidelines. Right now the rule is if you have 7 scholarship players, you must field a team. So hopefully we can play. Hopefully we can have a full team, because I think that is hard. Even when you say 7 scholarship players, that's hard on Coach Dooley. But the plan is right now, 7 o'clock on Wednesday, we'll have basketball back in the action, and then we'll try to figure out. I know we have a couple sport administrator and John that are working to reschedule the 2 missed games.
All right, there you go. As of now, which doesn't mean anything, but as of now, game on.
We just need 7. So I wonder what the number was in football you needed.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's never. I mean, have you heard a number for the bowl game, or it was just?
Well, isn't this some Adorn stuff? And everybody's complaints about there's no real legislation or rules on it. Everybody's just kind of making their own rules.
Well, the number one, they need to get rid of the NCAA, and there needs to be a commissioner of football. Because I don't know why all of a sudden the NCAA really has nothing to do with football, and then all of a sudden everybody defers to the NCAA rules.
Well, we gotta have somebody. Yeah, we gotta have somebody to blame.
Oh, I know, but it's the craziest thing in the world. But there was never. I don't remember ever hearing that if you have 50. I mean, the NFL
was Boston College talking to people from the NCAA about their issues? No, they made up their own stuff.
They just said we don't have enough players. They didn't say we don't have 53. I just that's the part that is really disturbing, and hopefully ECU can get back to playing basketball. Obviously, if we have 7 available for Wednesday, we're in.
Well, confirmed for 3 o'clock on Tuesday, Joe Dooley will join us on the show.
Joe Dooley,
yes,
right here in this chair.
We will probably on the phone. We will ask him
in his chair.
Yeah,
on the phone,
not in this chair, his chair. And in fact, I want him and everybody within the basketball program to just stay in Minji's until Wednesday at 7.
Right. Just to be
don't even
safe.
leave.
Just for their safety.
Yeah. No, not about safety. It's about me wanting to watch sports.
Okay.
That is, everybody's selfish. Coaches, players are opting out. I'm selfish too. I want to watch sports. I want to watch ECU basketball.
Do you want to watch the football team play some more this year?
That football team being Washington?
Yes.
No. The added week of the NFL schedule is the dumbest thing ever.
It's more sports. You want to watch sports.
Not now. Not now.
I thought about that yesterday.
17 weeks is enough. You know what else? You know what else is stupid? You know what the extra game we got added to our schedule? At Buffalo. So we got an extra road game against a great team. It's all crap.
Well, that means you didn't have to buy extra season tickets.
It's all garbage.
To that game. You don't have to go to Washington this weekend.
All right, Mr. Brightside over here.
How can you say, you're confusing me, I want more sports, and then your football team gets an extra game, and you get to maybe see some talent for the future.
It's basketball season. Talent for the future? What the hell are you talking about?
You get to say, hey, look, what kind of play? What more? Maybe we can get some of these other players in the game.
I have to watch Taylor Heineke or Kyle Allen throw one more interception this year. I might murder someone. Chandler, it might be you.
You know what that makes me? Did y'all watch the John Madden special?
I have not watched it yet.
They're re-airing that though, right?
I plan to.
It's on ESPN.
It's available on ESPN Plus.
Okay. You can watch it on ESPN Plus. But there was a good part where they were talking about Pat Summerall saying "Murder, She Wrote."
Oh yeah,
like it was kind of like Mama's Family to Skip Carey.
Man,
but how long he would go coming up next on Murder, She Wrote, just to see how long it was.
Certain things bring
not that
back.
You'd be on Murder, He Wrote, I guess.
My favorite John Madden moment is the turducken.
Yes, that was in there. Y'all need to watch that. And also,
I know.
Another thing you need to go do is go see the American Underdog movie. Kurt Warner.
Yeah,
it's good. Real good.
All right, where'd you watch it? In a theater?
Yeah.
Theater guy.
They'll sell you tickets.
Interesting.
Since you don't want to watch the football team next Sunday, why don't you go to the theater and watch the Kurt Warner American Underdog story?
I hadn't been to the theater in a long time.
I don't think it's that kind of theater. I don't think you'll need to get dressed up.
Brad says 46 days until ECU baseball.
Wow.
LV says, we don't take participation trophies at East Carolina. Tell Dave to bring that trophy with him September 3rd, 2022, and we'll shine it up for him.
LV.
All right. I thought he was going to go rock there. We'll shine it up, turn it sideways, and stick it up Dave's you-know-where.
Is this the psychological bowl?
It is. It is. We'll see if we can get Debbie Yao on the phone.
This is the holiday/military bowl coming up September 3rd.
Hey, we need a trophy, right? Or do we still have a dumb barrel we play for?
I think it was a dumb barrel.
Yeah. What's up with the barrel?
Where is that
Where's
barrel?
the barrel?
It's probably got to be in Raleigh.
Yeah.
I think it's in Troy's office.
He cares. It's real to him, damn it.
Yeah. It's got some peaches and Marriott Marquis keys in it.
Oh, man. Troy D, we'll see if he has aligned and team for ECU to play in a bowl game yet when we talk to him at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean,
I was looking forward to East Carolina NC State at Minji's on Wednesday night.
Yeah, that was
a great way to get the fans to Minji's.
I thought so too, Chandler. That was a tweet for people that don't know. I said that ECU and NC State were playing football Wednesday night at 7.
Just to get people to go to the game.
Because everybody and their mama was talking about it.
And then guess what happened? They canceled the damn game.
Well, did you forget to mention that you were doing the PA?
I was like a...
were you just trying to get more people there to hear you?
That is like when they do a surprise entry, like in the Royal Rumble. I didn't want to advertise that. I wanted to get people there and then have a big shock.
I got you.
Now, where is Clip Brock at? Oh, my God, there he is! Behind the mic!
I'm not Morgan Ehlers.
Yes.
All right, Ellerbe.
You just wanted people to come up and say, man, how's your son doing?
My boy, he's back next year.
There's local politics, bud.
Oh, he's back next year. You better believe it.
You and Morgan pulling the strings at the Minji's microphone.
Ah, man. All right, Ellerbe. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. By the way, you were 2-1.
I know.
And your picks, 15-3. Was the crew 15-13, I should say, was the whole crew in 40 bowls in 14 days. We left out some games because we were going to pick them on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, which we did not have.
Got canceled.
It did. Did we do a show?
Y'all could have.
Were we here? Did we get Did we get food for it?
You could have. Did you pick it up? It was available.
Can we? If we're going to get rings and a trophy for that military bowl, can we get CDs and tiebreakers one day?
I think it's fair. Y'all want to come in here and do a 4-hour show in the morning?
No, we don't want to do the show. We just like they didn't play a game. We just want
We want to accept the trophy.
We want what we would have gotten.
Right.
Think about that and let me know.
Wait, so did the numbers equal out on the 40 bowls in 14 days? Because how many bowl games got canceled?
No, it was more like 2 bowls.
No, games got canceled, and we didn't pick them all because we were going to do them on.
It was 28 bowls in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a bummer.
Yep. But hey,
you know what? I think a lot of people want to hear that song again, though. So maybe you could recap.
We'll do that, and we'll recap the records in hour 2 because my guest dropped out on me.
I'm sorry.
Zach Maskavich had to. I mean, not to air all the laundry.
Antonio Brown, you?
He has to get clearance from his TV station to do a damn radio interview with me.
You're kidding.
His friend.
He must have heard they must have heard you do PA and Minji's.
He got the clearance and then was told a few moments ago he could not do it, and so he won't be on the show. What kind of world are we living in?
Well, maybe you need to ask who he gets clearance from, and you start booking him through that person, not through him, because obviously he doesn't control his own schedule.
Does he need his own Tom McClellan? I have to email a guy to talk to Zach?
Yeah, I think so.
Who should I go through to get you on the show on Monday?
Probably Hunter.
How many sausage balls did Hunter eat this holiday season?
You know, after we had yours, I don't think we ever had any more.
Got sick.
Honestly, I have not made a second batch because I ate so many of them that I got tired of them after one sitting.
You know what? The one thing I noticed is that sausage was very scarce at the grocery stores.
Oh my God! I noticed that when I went to go make them.
I mean, it was the toilet paper of 2021 December. I mean, it was like there were no. I went because we were going to make sausage biscuits one day, not sausage balls, and there was like a tube of sausage left of some generic brand I never heard of, and I didn't get it.
That is exactly what happened to me when I went to make.
So next year, Clip Rock, you need to start making them in August or October.
Apparently so. I need to do this thing year round instead of waiting.
All right, good stuff.
Later, Bo. Jonathan Ellerbe joining us. Hit the music, Shirley.
Now, here's the guy with ideas. Boom!
Mike says, if we're being honest, just cancel all the bowls and pick a team to play Bama for the title.
Do we not agree?
Oh, I want to talk about that too. Your excitement level for Bama and Georgia. I've already seen that on social media. Well, nobody's going to watch this game. It's already happened before. Nobody's going to care about this crap.
The person that said it will probably watch it.
I mean, what a dumb statement. Maybe you're sick of it. Maybe you're tired of it. Maybe you hate the SEC. And you have every right to do that. I am excited for the game. I think it's going to be a great game. But what do you think? You can chime in on Facebook Live, on Twitter,
Excitement time,
YouTube, or give us a call, 317-1250. More to go. We'll talk to Brian Bailey when we return after this.
0% alcohol, 0 grams of sugar, full Budweiser flavor. For all the moments you want a beer and need to stay on your game. Budweiser Zero, 0 alcohol, 0 compromise.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now's the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, this is Troy D, proud ECU grad from the class of 94. And if you know me, you know I love the 90s here at ECU. It was some of our glory days, including bowl games, the Peach Bowl, and even a March Madness appearance. Relive those days with my friends from Tailgate Classics. Tailgate Classics is a cool retro store with all types of merchandise, including the 90s ECU vintage tees and hats. Check out Tailgate Classics in person, 304 Evans Street, or online at shoptailgateclassics.com. Tailgate Classics, bringing back the throwbacks.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
This year, US Cellular is making a big deal out of the holidays. You can choose any phone from any brand free. That's right, any phone you see in our store is free. And get unlimited data for our best price of the season. Just $30 a month per line with 4 lines. Feel the locally grown joy from US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Limited time offer. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
This is Coach Blake Carroll, defensive coordinator for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. They are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's Clip Rock.
Alrighty, back with you here on Pirate Radio Live. Glad to be back with you. Hope you had a wonderful end of your 2021 and a nice start to your 2022. The weather outside a bit frightful today. We're going to be delightful here on the program and talk to Double B, Brian Bailey, who joins us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Bailey, Happy New Year. How you doing, man?
Happy New Year. Happy Monday.
Great start for the Brian Bailey Show to 2022. Talking to Ryan Robinson today. You had a lot of questions for Ryan, and he had most of the answers, Bailey, talking about what transpired in the Military Bowl. Not all the answers, but what happened from ECU's end. They were ready to go and potentially going to be down a few players because of players testing positive for COVID, but the Pirates were ready on their end, but Boston College didn't hold up their end of the bargain.
Yeah, and what's disheartening, and we really didn't go into it much, and I don't know if Ryan knew anything about this side of it, but what's disheartening is that when it finally came out, the word was that Boston College had COVID issues, had transfer issues, and they also had opt-out issues. Well, two of those three, aren't. I mean, COVID is COVID, but if you have 7, 8, 9 COVID, you probably could still play. The fact is, if you have all the transfers and everything else that's going on, you got to wonder what's going to happen with the bowl systems if all this keeps up.
Yeah, and where do we go from here, Bailey? We did see, and look, that it's such a weird deal because we had all the bowl games canceled, and you start to think, well, is any of this even worth it? And then you have games like Tennessee, Purdue, and Ohio State and Utah, and all these great finishes and high flying, and you got a good championship matchup for next week. So there's still something to it. It's just I don't know. There is a disconnect. It's just not. These games are not what they once were. They're not as important as they once were overall.
And then you have to wonder what happens if the playoffs are expanded. If the college football playoff pool was expanded to 12. Yeah, I've always been a proponent. I want to see that happen. But then I'm thinking, we're at 4 right now, and we never get a close game between 1-4 and 2-3. So what makes us get close games?
My argument to that is, at first it's more games, but the 4-5 matchup would be good. The 3-6 matchup, you know what I'm saying? There would still be good games in there if you expand it.
I agree. I hope so. But I would have thought not. I don't think any of us really thought Cincinnati could beat Alabama. I think it was kind of like if they can just hang around, have a chance. But I think Cincinnati played pretty well for what they were what they were given. But it just seems like every year when the semifinals come about, it's just. And maybe that's basically what we have in college football right now. We have two, really.
Well, you can't go back to what it was with the BCS or what it was before that, which you didn't even really have a championship game. You had bowl games, and then, okay, we'll play these, and then we'll determine who the best team was, even though they didn't play each other. I mean, you gotta keep it the way it is.
Right. Oh, I agree. I really want to see it expanded. When I was thinking about it, that's the first time I've ever really doubted myself on expansion, because I was thinking like, hey, if 1 versus 4 is not any good, what makes 1 versus 8 going to be any good? But I think sometimes there's intrigue. Sometimes if a team overlooks another, anything can happen, obviously, in football, and that's what we see week in and week out. But I hope they do expand it. Yes, I hope.
Yeah, and again, I just think that you're right. Like, so 1 versus 8 would have been Alabama, Ole Miss. 2 versus 7, Michigan, Baylor, Ohio State, Georgia, Cincinnati, Notre Dame. Those have been the other matchups. And if that's 8, and what if they go to 12, there could be even more matchups. But there's going to be good games sprinkled in. And guess what? Upsets do happen. And we could see one. So just because there's blowouts every year, and I don't even want to give this thought any credence, but to say that the group of 5 shouldn't be invited in because of what happened with Cincinnati is absolutely asinine. I mean, look at should Big Ten never be invited in again?
I think Cincinnati did everything Cincinnati could.
I agree.
Cincinnati in the group of 5 or Cincinnati in the Power 5. All right, they look like a Power 5 football team out there playing.
They were a drive away for most of that game from making it a real game, and credit to Bama, they're just too dang good.
Yeah, they're really good.
But I thought Cincinnati showed up as well. Bailey, what days were you in Annapolis/Washington, D.C. last week?
All right, so I left on Thursday. I have some great stories from Annapolis that I was going to go into today on my show, and I just got lost with Ryan and talking about everything. But I left Thursday, and my theory was I'm going to beat the traffic. So I got up at 5:15 a.m., showered, and got on the road. I was on the road by 5:35 a.m. driving up, and I got up into D.C., got to where the hotel was by 10:30, 11 a.m. The team wasn't even set to arrive until I think 4:30. I think was their scheduled arrival time, and they were late because of traffic. This traffic was horrendous, but I beat most of it on the way up there. And then I went over to scout out where the Pirates would be practicing at, and practicing at that St. John's College High School, which was about 3 or 4 miles down the street from the hotel. Really a nice place to practice. I think the Pirates were really impressed with that. And then I went to a place that day. It was called Smokies. I got on my phone. What can I get for lunch? I don't want to go to a chain. I'm in downtown D.C. Let's see what the downtown D.C. folks eat. So I go to a place called Smokies, thinking, barbecue in D.C. What that would be like? I'm telling you, man, I don't know what this place was. It was. I'm not sure if I saw 2 or 3 drug deals go down. I'm not sure what I saw. It was the greasiest pit in the world. And bless her heart, this older lady was working back there, and it was really what's a nice way to say it? It was not a nice spot.
All right, so Brian Bailey's review of Smokies is not too positive.
No, it didn't get anything on one of those review sites. Well, it didn't get anything from me, that's for sure. But it was interesting to say the very least.
All right, there you go. So, and then you found out, you were telling your story to Ryan Robinson. So did you kind of found out indirectly that the bowl game was going to be canceled?
Well, yeah, the thing about the cancellation was, I was around the team the whole week. We had Thursday, Thursday night had a reception for the team, which was really cool. Coach Houston went live with me Thursday night from the hotel at 6:00, which was really, really good. And everything's going great. You see the team do this, see the team, and nobody. Now, we understood the Pirates had a handful, 2 or 3. I think it may have gotten to 4 COVID issues, but it was kind of one of those things. We weren't really sure, and coaches didn't want to comment on it, but we knew something was happening on that end. No one ever mentioned anything about BC. Coach Houston finally told me, I think it was on Saturday at one point, he goes, BC's got some issues, too, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. But they've got some, we're just not sure, who's going to be sitting out on their end. So they thought BC had a couple of players that might not play, but nobody, to my knowledge, had any idea. Pirates practiced like they were getting ready to play a huge game, and the coaches were bouncing around like, hey, we got to get this squad ready to go. The team was fired up. I mean, that's why it was so stunning when it happened. I got up early that morning and went from D.C. to Annapolis and ate breakfast in Annapolis, and the table beside me were some Pirate fans, big family, and one of them kind of, say, Mr. Bailey, we just heard the game's canceled because of COVID, and I thought, you got to quit reading message boards. You got to get off Twitter. What are you thinking? What are you talking about? And then as I started investigating and making phone calls, and it was canceled. It was something.
Yeah, and then get ready for some basketball. I was fired up Wednesday afternoon for some hoops, and then that thing got canceled / postponed. It sounds like they're going to try to make those up, right, Bailey?
Yeah, that's the plan right now, to try to make them up. And I just got a text from Coach Dooley, because Ryan Robinson said on my show today that all systems were go for Wednesday night. And so I sent Coach Dooley a text and said, hey, can I use something on the air? You guys planning to play? He just typed back, day to day.
Joe Dooley will join us on this show coming up Tuesday at 3:00, and he'll, again, even if he says they are ready to go Tuesday at 3, it doesn't really mean they are.
That's right.
Because we were all set to go. In fact, Brian Bailey was the bearer of bad news last Wednesday, breaking that, unfortunately. And that was about 4 or 5 hours before tip?
Right, yeah, that's exactly right. Trying to do a coach's show where the idea is to have the coach talk about how his team performs in this game and how it looks for his team to perform in the next game, and then you get canceled all the time. It's a real challenge.
Well, my hope is, Bailey, that we have an NCAA tournament, and if games get postponed between now and then, so be it, but I don't know. I just hope they figure out a way, and I believe I saw there was a release that said that they were going to go back to the sites this year and not just have a bubble tournament, right? Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that's the plan. Now, as with everything else, plans can change. But right now, I think that's the plan, to go back to the regional sites, and that's really, college basketball did what they could to get a tournament on. But it wasn't the same, and they've got to get the fans back. They've got to get even if everybody has to wear a mask that goes to the game. I mean, as you've seen this year, the NFL was so much better this year with fans in the stands, and it's just a different. Sports is about the fans, and it's great to see everybody back.
And man, as we said last week when Tony and I were making our picks, it's certainly a difference when the players still matter in these games. We love the teams and the uniforms, Bailey, but when you're down 7 guys, 10 guys, 15 guys, it makes a difference on the field, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, and it's not fair to anybody, really.
Yeah.
That's what we're down to, and you hope it doesn't matter in the playoffs. I mean, you can get your team can make the playoffs, and they may be big underdogs to another team, and all of a sudden the team that's favored loses this guy, and this guy, and it evens the field. Or some of these underdog teams, they go in COVID depleted, they don't have a chance. So you hope that all this will play itself out, and hopefully everybody will be 100%, and we'll see a true championship tournament for the NFL in the playoffs.
Now, having said that, the Cowboys were fully stocked yesterday, right?
Oh yes, there was no COVID problem there. They were just beaten by a better team on that day. And the odd part there, they may see them again. That may be the same exact scenario in the first round. The Cardinals at the Cowboys. It could happen.
The playoffs are going to be awesome because you have all these good teams that have so many flaws. And yesterday, it took a Brady comeback to beat the Jets late in the game. The Cardinals had been going through almost a free fall like they do every year in December and January with Cliff Kingsbury, and then they pull out a huge road win against Dallas, who you thought was out of their funk, and they kind of the Rams got lucky to knock off the Ravens yesterday. You just all these teams are good, Bailey, but they can be bad any given game, so that's going to make it so unpredictable. How about the Bengals yesterday and what they did, beating the Kansas City Chiefs? I mean, it's NFC and AFC.
And I'm not a nerd for fantasy football at all. I almost got out of the league that I've been in since 1993 or 4, whenever it was. But they taught me in to stay, and so I stayed this year. Had the first pick in the draft, took Mahomes. I've had a great year. Played in the Super Bowl yesterday. So I had Mahomes and Joe Burrow as my two quarterbacks in the two-quarterback league. So blow it up early. We'll just blow it up. And then my running backs and my wide receivers combined for 20 points. The 4 of them.
Yeah.
And I got beat. My Cowboys really let me down. Ezekiel Elliott and the Dallas defense really let me down.
Congrats to all those fantasy champions out there. I am not one of them this year, and neither is Brian Bailey, it sounds like. So we gave it our all. Bailey, good stuff, man. Brian Bailey show coming up at 6 o'clock. If you missed it earlier with Ryan Robinson, some good info, good conversation there. And BB, we will talk to you next week.
Sounds good. Take care.
All right, there he is, Brian Bailey, joining us here on the Pirate Radio Live Line. We will take a timeout, come back, wrap up hour number 1 when we return after this.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in eastern North Carolina. With Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, these are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders homes. They can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or East Carolina football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. BMS Builders. Give them a call at 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, football is back, just how you remembered it. Tailgates with an ice-cold Pepsi in hand? Totally back. That between-play sprint to the fridge for more Pepsi is back, baby. I really miss this. Anyways, consider this your official excuse for always putting football watching first, courtesy of Pepsi. That haircut appointment? Your mom told us you look great, so you should probably reschedule. Seeing the in-laws for the first time in ages.
It's been so long.
Nope, sorry, Susan. Not if it's on Sunday. Long story short, after the year we've all had, we think you could use a little football watching. So crack open a Pepsi and cheer your football watching face off. With love, Pepsi. Made for football watching. That's what I like.
Hi, this is Billy Parker at Parker's Barbecue. Did you know that we have party rooms at our Memorial Drive location? We can accommodate parties from 10 to 110, or anything in between. We can serve family-style buffet or order off the menu. Parker's Barbecue. Come celebrate with us.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is the home of the best margaritas. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Tuesday for the Gulp of Mexico, a huge 46-ounce lime margarita for only $6.99. On Thursdays, relax and enjoy half-price pitchers of Chico's house margaritas. Choose from lime, strawberry, blood orange, raspberry, or peach.
For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's in downtown Greenville, and now available through DoorDash, featuring a half-gallon of the famous margarita mix to go for only $9.99. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Hey Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary? That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
Pirate Radio.
We'll strap it on with anybody, anywhere. It doesn't matter. I know this. I want to win or lose with the group that we have in our locker room.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
Alrighty, back with you. We're going to have Zach Maskavich, our first guest for Hour 2, but he can't join us today. So we got a free-for-all coming up, but going to hit some of the whole Nailers interview from last week. We've got to talk about, and Chandler, you're going to be our expert on this, the exodus of long snappers at East Carolina.
What in the world?
We're going to dive into that and may have more on that coming up later this week. In fact, maybe Tuesday, as I'm very close to locking down the exclusive interview with Slade Roy.
Call Slade a spade,
We're
baby.
going to call Slade a spade and talk to straight from the snapper's mouth.
Wow.
About why he is going to go join Brian Kelly's family down at LSU. He says
he's joining the family.
Says goodbye to Pirate Nation. Hello, family. So, yeah.
Good for him, man.
I guess.
What do you mean?
He's not a true pirate. I love when people say that about like transferring players.
Let them go.
Or
we don't want them.
High school students that like choose another school over ECU, and they say he's not a true pirate. Now, I guess their thought is that everybody that comes to ECU was their dream school. I guess that's what they think when they say that people that don't come to ECU or leave. Anyway, I just find that funny. We might be calling Slade a spade coming up on Tuesday.
Slade a spade.
So we've been doing some DMing, and we're going to try to get that done. But we'll talk about the exodus because he's not the only one leaving the program. We're going to have our long snapper, Chandler Honeycutt, calm the Pirate Nation and let everybody know that there will indeed be a long snapper on this team in 2022.
His name is?
And his name could be
Chandler Honeycutt.
Could be. So I want to hit on that. I want to hit the NFL playoff picture. I want to hit on Big Ben's final game at home tonight. And CJ Schaefer, our resident Steelers fan, is decked out in his gold and black today. And we'll say goodbye to to Ben Roethlisberger. And I also want to give a shout out real quick, and then again we'll dive into the playoff scenarios and everything. But I just had a thought. Shirley, we'll have Sunday Night Football coming up next Sunday.
That is correct.
On Pirate Radio. And that game will feature Pirate Zay Jones versus Pirate Linville Joseph. Oh! Great reaction. I like that.
The Pirate
Well
Bowl.
done, Grasshopper.
What a great day for Zay Jones yesterday.
Zay Jones yesterday had 8 catches for 120 yards in the Raiders' road victory over the Colts. They had to have it, and they did have it, and now it's winner take all, and by all I mean wild card spot. Raiders and Chargers coming up Sunday night, so there will be a Pirate in the playoffs. Will it be Zay or will it be Linville? We'll find out next Sunday night.
Linville's already got a Super Bowl ring. Let it be Zay.
It's Zay Day. And what about a story it would be? I did say, and yes, I brag if I get something right because it doesn't happen a lot. I said the Raiders would finish second in the West when we did our bold predictions with Tony Dunn earlier this year. Now all they have to do is win this game on Sunday.
I just like the fact that Zay is getting more, attention from Derek Carr because with
Ruggs,
thank you. His name just escaped me.
But
with Henry Ruggs,
he got under the rug.
Under it.
And Hunter, and then Hunter Renfrow also kind of taking over that wide receiver slot. Zay wasn't getting as many targets, and now all of a sudden we're starting to see.
No, go ahead. I got an idea.
Okay, we're starting to see the fruits of Zay's labor here.
All right, so
what are you doing?
I was still waiting. I was like, what is he doing?
Got a great idea.
Timing.
This is how you spitball ideas. So, like the Bash Brothers poster, Shirley, back in the day?
Yeah.
It's got Jose and McGuire.
Yeah.
Thunder and Lightning. Now, you come up with all these names. Here's a poster idea for Raiders fans to buy. Hunter. You got Hunter Renfrow here. Zay Jones beside him. It says Hunter Gatherer as he's gathering in a catch. Hunter Gatherer. The look Shirley gave me was one of
cool, neat story.
Complete disgust. All right, maybe there's a better idea. This is how ideas get started, though. You got to have a first one, and then you go from there.
Look, I'll be the first one to tell you. This is why I don't spit out ideas because
you heard it here first.
Oh, I love spitting out.
No, because of the look that I just gave Clip. Because I don't want somebody to look at me that way.
I'll take the looks because you know
might
what?
take the look, but I don't. I don't like it.
Out of every 7 or 8 are going to hit, and I'm going to get a reaction like I did when I said Linville versus Zay. That reaction is what I wanted. Not every comment or idea is going to get that reaction.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, but that's fine. I'll take the 1 out of 8 and go on about my business. All right, let's take a time out. We'll come back when we return. A lot more to go here on Pirate Radio Live. Glad you're back with us in 2022. Oh, we got to have our New Year's resolutions. Are we doing that?
I haven't even thought
I don't
about
have a resolution. I have a goal.
What's that? Save it for later.
Save it for the show.
Yeah, save it for the show. All right, we'll be back with you hour 2 after this.
The town of Farmville will be celebrating their 150th anniversary with a black tie gala on Saturday, January 15th from 7 until 11 p.m. at the historic Farmville Train Depot. There will be a catered meal provided by Myrtle Grove and music by the fantastic Rakeem Walker Project. Tickets are $75 per person or $650 for a reserved table for 8 and can be purchased by calling 753-4671. All proceeds benefit the Farmville Chamber of Commerce. Join us for a night of celebration for the town of Farmville at the Black Tie Gala on Saturday, January 15th.
You can't imitate every animal in under 2 minutes. Or karate chop 100 boards. Or ride a horse coast to coast. Next stop, Rhode Island. But with Domino's new Carside Delivery 2-minute guarantee, you can have a pizza headed to your car in under 2 minutes. Just order Domino's Carside Delivery and check in when you arrive. If we take longer than 2 minutes after your order is ready, your next pizza is free.
Woo! Forget Rhode Island. I'm going to Domino's.
Offer available to online carryout customers who select Domino's Carside Delivery. For full details and restrictions, visit Domino'sTwoMinuteGuarantee.com.
for the latest from the world of golf. Tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhelds and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're gonna love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Otavola Market Cafe. Otavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Otavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Otavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Otavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Otavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OtavolaMarket.com. Otavola, pirates supporting pirates.
At Union Bank, we understand you live life on the go. That's why our banking options are designed to serve you, wherever you are. If you want to meet us in person at one of our local branches, complete banking tasks on the go from the mobile app, or bank from your office with convenient remote deposit and cash management services, we're everywhere you need us to be. Whether you're simply managing a busy schedule or an entire business, we're right there with you with personalized service and helpful tools. Call or visit us online at unionbanknc.com. Union Bank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, are you ready for some Warren's hot dogs? Warren's original Hot and Judy's mild sweet chili hot dogs have been the official hot dog of sports fans for over 30 years. Pick up a tailgate special this football season of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. Warren's in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the new Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Warren's hot dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
This is Stephen Igo. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on hoistthecolors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference in Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Or are you curious about this current real estate market? Or do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX and SD Harris Properties can help answer every question you have and show you a stress-free real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. If you have real estate questions, Scott has answers. Call Scott Harris today at 347-1857. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is Clip Brock.
All right, hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Happy New Year to you and yours. Your family. Clip Brock, Shirley Rhodes, CJ Schaefer, Chandler Honeycutt here beside me. Speaking of family. Congratulations to Joe Sloan, who was with Skip Holtz at Louisiana Tech. Skip gets fired, let go, leaves, parts ways, however you want to word it, there at Louisiana Tech. And Joe Sloan lands on his feet by becoming the quarterback's coach at LSU for Brian Kelly and the Tiger family. So he is part of the family. He and Slade Roy and Brian Kelly.
Big pickup.
Them three and Shaquille O'Neal, Mount Rushmore of LSU athletics.
Who was the quarterback that they just got? The highly talented quarterback?
Bill Petrovsky.
I have no idea if that's it or not, but I'm going to go with it.
All right. I just made that name up. So I don't know. Speaking of quarterbacks, Breaking News Boys have some news for us. Let's go to the Breaking News Boys desk. Here is Chandler Honeycutt.
We have some transfer portal news. This is going to come as a surprise, thinking that he would be the starting quarterback for the Sooners.
Well, let me stop you there, Breaking News Boy. You're talking about Spencer Rattler. That's old news. We already know he transferred from Oklahoma to South Carolina.
Oh, Clip. Let me just tell you this.
Stop touching me, first of all.
Caleb Williams has entered the transfer portal.
What?
True story.
Caleb Williams has entered the transfer portal.
This is so breaking, I didn't even know that.
You're breaking news to a Breaking News Boy.
What is going on?
Who's reporting this?
It's his lunch break. It's his lunch break.
Who is reporting this?
Dude!
Captain
Matt?
Bill?
Captain Bill.
Stephen Igloo? Who's reporting this?
Matt Zenitz, senior national college football reporter
Big
for
Zen?
On 3 Sports.
Big Zen?
That's Big Zen.
All right, Big Zen with the news there. On 3. That's a Wags outfit. Jonathan Wagner. All right, so, wow. How about Bob Stoops going from TV personality to butt-whooping college football bowl-winning coach in a matter of minutes? I got to admit, that was pretty cool to see him back on the sidelines. He looked younger. He looked younger to me than he did when he coached. He looked like a young buck over there having fun. Like, what a guy to just call in to coach a bowl game and to whoop some tail. But anyway. All right, so, and Rattler going to South Carolina. Did you see the whooping they put on North Carolina?
They did. Did you see the mayonnaise being poured on Shane Beamer?
Yes.
I saw them hit him in the head with it before they poured it.
I did see that too.
And you know what? It's fine. I'm not going to poo-poo it. There's so many. I get annoyed with how just people don't like to have fun and hate things, so I'm not going to hate on that. There was a lot of attention being directed at the mayonnaise during the game. I'll say that.
Here's another transfer
And that's
portal
fine.
information.
The breaking news girl.
I wouldn't call it breaking news, but it did happen today. Marshall quarterback Grant Wells entered the transfer portal. I mean, this guy had 16 touchdowns for the season. He threw for over 3,500 yards.
All's wells that ends wells. I'll grant you that.
Now,
See, that's why you just throw them out there.
Just throw them out there and see if they stick.
Exactly.
That right there is why people love you. That's why I love you, because that was awesome.
By the way, Mike P. on Facebook Live says, you're on to something, Clip. The hunter-gatherer was just a jumping off point. That's right. You got to start somewhere. You think you just you blink your eyes and a house is built? No. That first brick, that first block has got to be dropped.
The stats, of course, is a statistic you can look at.
Thanks.
Whoops.
Thanks,
Sorry.
Bailey.
That wasn't the right one I wanted to play.
No, it wasn't. All right.
Well, it's always good to know that, though.
Mike P. also had another Raiders poster idea. Isaiah, that dude can ball with foghorn, leghorn, and Raiders gear. See, we're spitballing. We're not going to crucify anybody over an idea. You throw your idea out, and we take it, we jot it down, and then we add to it.
So
and
it was just jonesing for the ball?
Into consideration.
Jonesing for the ball. Not bad, Shirley.
I'm just saying.
Or like Isaiah 8:120. To like a Bible scripture with his stats from Sunday. See, again, CJ did not even move a muscle on his face. He didn't like that idea, but it's an idea.
You'll hit on another one.
I really do need to get a sound effect with crickets.
Johnny says, hey, Clip, according to NFL insider Albert Breer, you may be watching Baker Mayfield throwing interceptions for the Washington football team next season. Reportedly, they are prepared to offer the Browns a first-round pick in the upcoming draft. I don't know. I haven't seen that. I don't know. If
I hope not.
I do not want that to happen. If that is,
I just don't.
I won't.
Why would you give up your first-round pick?
So it looks like Washington's going to pick around 9. I don't know. Matt Corral might stink, but I like him. I want him. I think he's going to be okay from that injury. It's not like super serious, right? I'm not a doctor. I don't know. just going by what I read. I want him in the draft. Washington needs a lot more than just a QB, but we definitely need a QB. We can't have Heineke and Allen rolling into 2022.
Heineke.
So is the quarterback what you'd prioritize in the draft? Or
if there's one, yeah. I want Matt Corral.
Would you settle for like Pickett or?
I don't even know if that's settling really, but yeah, I mean,
what I mean is like if Matt Corral's your first choice,
or who are the free agent quarterbacks? Anybody?
Minshew.
No, I want a good one.
Oh,
I want a good one. Oh, Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh, great, yeah. Then didn't you just say you want a good one?
Andy Dalton, Nick Foles, Scam Newton, old Scam Newton, Jameis Winston. Okay, I don't like this list at all. Oh, a name I have seen too many times connected with Washington is Mitchell Trubisky, and I have a fear that might happen.
What about Mike Glennon?
Oh, Mike Glennon. Should we? This was going to be an ECU segment. We'll do that next. We'll hear from.
Well, what about Russell Wilson if he leaves Seattle?
Apparently, he's
because I mean, there's been a lot
Giants chatter with Russell Wilson.
Well, I know there's been a lot of talk that he won't stay in Seattle, after this season.
Russell goes to New York, and we get Danny Dimes.
You sound excited.
I am not excited. I don't like any of these guys. I don't like any quarterbacks. I wanted Matt Stafford, and we didn't get him, and I was upset about that. Mike Glennon, you brought him up. How about his stat line yesterday? And he was the only quarterback that played in this game for the Giants. Mike Glennon, in the loss to the Bears, 29-3, goes 4 of 11 for 24 yards and had 2 interceptions. Mike Glennon, let's just to really make you people mad out there who work 9-to-5 jobs. Sometimes you don't even get that cushy 9-to-5. Sometimes you're having to work overnights. You're having to do whatever it takes to pay the bills, put food in your family's mouth. Let's look at Mike Glennon's career earnings. I like to do this
just to make us feel a little bit better about ourselves.
So, according to Spotrac, whatever the website is, in 9 seasons, he has totaled $31 million. He got $16 million for the Bears. Now, remember that they brought him in and then drafted Trubisky, right? That same offseason. $16 million, that contract, based off of absolutely nothing.
My God.
He's earning 1.3 he's earning $1 million this year. I gave you his numbers yesterday. Let's go a step further and look up his numbers for the year. Why are we doing this today? I don't know.
Seems like a fun thing to do.
Mike Glennon, 24 yards yesterday, 2 interceptions. He's earning $1 million this year. Let's look at his stats to see how he has earned, because there's different ways to earn $1 million. You could go on Shark Tank, you got a cool product, boom, you cash in, you're a millionaire. You could have a rich dad, that always seems to help. But Mike Glennon, as Troy D enters the studio, on the year, has thrown for 790 yards. He has 4 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. That is enough to earn you $1 million in 2021/22. Hello, Troy D.
Hello, Clip. Your information on the Bears was close. In March of 2017, the Bears signed Glennon to his original deal was a 3-year, $45 million deal. 18.5 was guaranteed. So he got $18.5 million. They ended up, I think they did either trade him or cut him after that year.
And I want to say they still had to pay him something after.
They owed him that guaranteed money. But if they had stayed there the full time, it would have been $45 million from the Bears.
So they got out easy by just paying him.
They shouldn't have paid
$18
They shouldn't have paid him $1,000. As terrible as he is, now that goes back to the general manager of the Bears that made that decision. That's still there right now, Ryan Pace, who's terrible. If they don't fire him, I don't care who the coach is. He makes these terrible decisions after terrible decisions, and then he was the one that traded up for Mitch Trubisky, which was a terrible decision.
Well, what year was that? 2017?
Yeah, I think it all was kind of like
It was the same
year.
offseason.
Yes. That's your general manager. You think you've got problems in Washington.
Well, I know we do.
Our front office is as bad as FedEx Field is falling apart.
Well, Mike Glennon's still making north of $1 million.
It's unbelievable. He looks so bad. Yesterday, they were clowning him on the broadcast. He got sacked, and then he looked around like, did that happen? What happened? Like, did I get sacked? That didn't just happen. I mean, he is terrible, and I can't believe these teams are still paying him.
It's
like how is there not a better back? I mean, there's got to be anybody better than Mike Glennon at this point if you're a professional franchise.
It is nuts how many bad quarterbacks. I mean, you see it every week, how many bad quarterbacks there are.
But my God, they can't find anybody better than him?
Well, they have Jake Fromm on the bench, right?
But, like, what a terrible era of backup quarterbacks, because there was an era with Charlie Batch, Byron Leftwich, some great guys behind these star quarterbacks.
Did you purposely just name 2 backup Steelers quarterbacks?
Yeah, I don't know. There's some good ones out
Leftwich
there.
bounced around and backed up, right?
Yeah.
Batch was with the Steelers for a long time.
And the Lions. He was there.
So,
anyway. All right. Well, there's your Mike Glennon. I just wanted to
can't
really
believe he's
make
still
people
getting
feel
paid.
bad today.
This guy has generational wealth money, and he's probably one of the worst quarterbacks, definitely worst backup quarterbacks ever in the league.
And this, kids, is why you opt out of your bowl game, so you can earn this kind of money. Lesson learned.
Boom.
I mean, really,
debate over.
And people want to say America's still not great.
The American dream.
See, he's living it.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
4 of 10, 24 yards, 2 interceptions.
But how do they not bench him? Like how bad are the Giants that they stick with him the whole game?
Yeah.
Like throw the other guy in there.
he's just as bad. That's how bad it is. That the backup is bad.
Maybe
even worse than the backup.
It makes Daniel Jones look a lot better, I guess.
That's true. Maybe in this sense, he is a franchise quarterback.
Could be. All right. We still didn't even look at the. Let's take a break, Shirley. We'll come back. We'll look at the NFL playoffs. Also, the comments from Holt Nailers last week. We got to give you an update on ECU's long snapper situation.
Not good.
It's the John Travolta meme of him looking around a room with nobody in there. They're all gone. How are we gonna snap the ball next year?
Well, I know a guy that might have some eligibility if he goes to grad school, who also used to be a long snapper.
You know what Chandler would do?
Wow.
He would enter the transfer portal and end up going to like Auburn or something.
Yeah. I would join the team here.
Have you considered? No, like you can take a class in grad school and like go try and be a walk-on, prove your stuff. Still work here at Pirate Radio.
I would be lying if
what a story.
And do you think, is that really technically true that he could do that?
I think you have to be a full-time student, but he could be a full-time grad student. All these guys that have used up their undergrad eligibility are in grad school.
Chandler, have you seriously looked into this?
I would be lying if I said I haven't not thought about it.
If this is possible, we got to do this for real.
Well, first of all, what is my employment situation here at Pirate Radio if I'm on the football team?
Well, Troy, if he makes the team, you got to keep him employed,
Yeah,
right?
well, yes, you're still working.
First of all, you'll get a sweet NIL deal.
I've got
Every Monday.
Yeah, I've got a great in with management here. We'll go. That would be fantastic. This would be like a story like that would capture the nation.
And then
ECU grad working full time at Pirate Radio.
Monday's your off day. You can come in and produce the show.
They do a 10-minute story about you on game day.
Yeah, you'd be on game day.
Yeah.
What about a story?
I just need to check and see the requirements, and it may not even be like full time. You just may need to be enrolled in graduate school. So maybe it's only a class or 2. You could do that online. You still work here, and then
This is awesome.
We'll work around your schedule with the commitments of the team.
Bad thing is that I haven't snapped a football in almost 3 or 4 years.
Don't
I'm in
tell the
worst-
recruiters that.
It's like riding a bike.
And I've
Chandler,
I'm probably in the worst shape of my life.
Once a long snapper, always a long
That's what
snapper.
they say.
Who cares? We don't need you to be defensive back. You just got to snap the damn ball. Long.
Do you guys mind if I practice in the hallway or maybe outside?
Let's do one in the hallway. I'll catch it.
Okay.
All right, let's take a break.
Oh,
We'll
no,
come
this
back.
may go real bad.
We'll have more for you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get an all-new 2021 Buick Enclave and save over $5,000 off, or get 0% for 72 months. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Why do I run? Is it because I'm driven? Because I love the challenge? God, no. I do it for the beer. If you're the kind of runner who does it for the beer, this summer you can get one on us with the Michelob Ultra Beer Run. Grab your run buddies and get out there, because this summer there's beer at the finish line. Sign up at ultrabeerrun.com and trade your miles for beer.
Uptown Greenville's newest dining experience is open and ready to serve you. The Sidebar, a Tex-Mex fusion restaurant, offers dinner and weekend brunch. Located at 707 Dickinson Avenue, right beside the DAP House, the Sidebar has indoor dining and patio seating for everyone to enjoy. For the latest information on reservations, menu items, and more, follow the Sidebar on Facebook or on Instagram at sidebar.greenville.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
Hello, this is Michael McGraw from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center of Greenville. We offer a variety of services including arthroscopic surgery, sports medicine, carpal tunnel and general orthopedics, fracture care, total joint replacement, physical therapy, and on-site MRIs. For experienced professional medical care, visit our office on W.H. Smith Boulevard in Greenville and online at orthoeast.com. Orthopedics East providing services to ECU and Pitt County Athletics for over 35 years. Go Pirates!
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP, where business goes to grow.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Hi, this is Parker Bunch. When I'm not hitting dingers or going viral, I'm listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC will match all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you here on Pirate Radio Live. heavy breathing going on in the studio. We just had some physical exertion outside the Pirate Radio studios to see if our golden boy, Chandler Honeycutt, could still snap a ball to a punter. And took a couple tries, but you got it there. And I think you still got
Third time's the charm.
Third time is the charm.
And I gotta tell you, one, it's rainy, windy conditions. We're on asphalt back here. You haven't snapped in how long?
It's
few years?
At least 3 or 4 years.
3 years. I got to tell you, to get it down in the third time, and I was your punter.
By John Young.
Yes. And
I'm the Slade Roy to your John Young.
There you go. Full disclosure clip. I've never actually caught a long snap like that before. But I felt, just being a natural athlete, as you guys know that I am, I would be capable of doing it. And sure enough, your last snap was great. The snap was there, the hold was there, the kick was there.
Tight.
Well, that was just for show. I didn't want to overshadow you with the snap.
He was asking how his spiral was.
Oh, I thought you meant after I punted it.
Troy wanted to talk about himself by saying...
I'm talking about the spiral of the snap, because that is
I thought you were talking about that kick I had, which was tremendous.
That is a big part of the execution.
I thought it was excellent. It was tight. It was right where it needed to be. The first couple were a little low, hit me in the shin.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting that. But the speed you've got good speed, good rotation, tight spiral. I think you have a tremendous upside. And I'm telling you, if you practice and get back into this, why not? Why not you as the long snapper?
So you long snapped in high school?
Yes, I did.
You went to camps?
Went to camps.
You were in contact with ECU football coaches. Kurt Dahl, Shannon Moore?
Shannon Moore.
Okay.
It was Kurt Dahl, and then they cleaned house with Ruffin being fired. Then I was able to get up with Shannon Moore and formed a relationship with him. And then he invited me to walk on my freshman year at East Carolina in November. I'm going to say October or November of 2016. And they already had 2 or 3 guys in the long snapping room. So they, numbers wise, they didn't keep me. But it was a great, was able to put on the practice uniform and all that kind of jazz. So that was pretty fun. And then that's it.
That's
ever since then,
we thought that was the end of the book, but maybe it was just an end of a chapter with another chapter.
What a storybook this could be, too.
What about a story?
What about a story?
I'm going to ask the coaches, especially for a walk-on, what the requirements would be for someone that was going to enroll in graduate school. Because, once again, this day and age, it could be done online. It's just a class or 2. That's very doable, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's probably some area in graduate studies that would be of interest to you, and perhaps like type of sports management I think they have over there.
The school's not important. It's about winning football games.
It's about having a good long snapper and winning football games.
It's a good point. As long as we get you enrolled, that's all that matters.
And violence!
Sustained effort in
violence! Yeah, we want you down there making tackles, recovering fumbles, things like that too, son. So.
Well, you got to block first, and then you got to release.
Comes at you a lot faster than I realize.
Yeah.
You've got a quick release there, Chandler.
Redbeard asked, would you rather have a team name or a quarterback? Well, that's a stupid question, Redbeard. I'd rather have a quarterback. I don't care what you call us if we have a good quarterback. Glenn did add in, or a stadium that isn't openly trying to kill the fan base. I don't know if y'all thought I've been joking for 10, 15 years about how crappy FedEx Field is. I was not joking.
Well, earlier this year, it was the pipes that busted that were leaking alleged sewage on fans.
The PR says it was just water.
Just water.
Everybody relax.
Yeah.
Might have been poo water, but it was water.
It was water in there somewhere. And then I'm sure there's been other incidents that just haven't been maybe documented as good. And then yesterday, I couldn't help watch this like 10 times. And I'm glad no one was hurt. But this was like hilarious. Just the way it just kind of evolved.
Well, I'm glad it was hilarious and not tragic.
Right.
I saw another...
what was hilarious is the fans that got up afterwards with Jalen and posed and taking selfies. Yeah. They had to get security to get the guys away from him.
There was another angle of it that looked even worse. Like the whole thing, just collapsed. And Jalen Hurts was there, and I saw a post of the guy that got his gloves. He was like, hey, I'm the guy that fell. I got Jalen Hurts' gloves. It was all good. So... I don't know if there'll be any lawsuits or anything like that.
It looked like everybody was okay.
Yeah.
Folks that missed it, he was going into the tunnel, and the Eagles.
I would have got a neck brace immediately and sued Dan Snyder for everything he was worth.
This would have been your ticket.
Yeah,
yeah.
I could have owned the football team.
Yeah.
After
Clint would have had a suite for life in the at FedEx Field,
but in the poo-free zone.
So all these Eagle fans were leaning over, trying to high five, Jalen Hurts on the way into the tunnel, and the railing. I guess they were leaned up against it so hard, collapsed, and they all fell into the tunnel. Probably looked about what, like
it looked like it was painful.
8 feet or so, probably.
Yeah, but and you had bodies on top of bodies and all that stuff.
And then they landed literally at his feet, and he was like kind of looking at him, going.
But then they got up, and then he's sitting there putting his arms around him. Like
Then they all hug him, taking selfies.
Looking at the video right away, you would probably think it was a Eagles home game. How many Eagles fans were surrounding that tunnel?
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's been the same problem with the Panthers this year at Bank of America Stadium. When Panthers season ticket holders are wanting to sell their tickets, they're giving it to these opponents, the fans of the opponent. So I believe every single game, especially after the 3-0 start, I mean, Bank of America has been filled with the opposing fans.
Speaking of home games and questions, Troy D, how much did your tickets sell for yesterday?
I did sell.
Did you get $20?
I did sell the Giants tickets, and I saw. Believe it or not,
how much did people pay to see Mike Glennon back in Chicago?
I lowered the price a few weeks ago, knowing that this game was going to be a problem game, and it was. I heard there was like 20,000 fans fewer at Soldier Field than normal. And it was a few weeks ago, and I forget. I think I lowered them to like 29.
Is that about the lowest you've ever had them?
No, I had to sell some for like 25 one time.
Okay,
so I think I got $30 for them, and that was a couple weeks ago. So, and I was happy for that. Like I was like, all right, great.
This is a good one for like dads trying to take their sons to a first game.
Yeah, but the weather was like.
I know that
Chicago weather. But you're right. This is a very affordable game.
Yeah.
And the problem you've got, Chandler, with, you say, fans selling it to the opponent. When you list it, and like I list mine through the Bears, which is affiliated with Ticketmaster, so they're like certified tickets, and everything's kind of handled through them. You don't know who you're selling. You just list them. They could go to anybody.
Unless you're giving it to a buddy anybody.
Yeah, when you sell, and all these tickets now are exchanged online because they're all e-tickets too. So really, the only thing you can do is transfer them to a buddy nowadays. There's really nothing to give a buddy. Yeah. Everything's electronic. So when you sell them, most of the fans are buying. Like in my case, I didn't give a damn if a Giants fan bought it. I just want to unload these crappy tickets.
Right.
So I get it. The fans, they just want their money back.
And that's the problem, because especially when your team's terrible, like the Panthers have been all season long, and a majority of the opponents that we've had in Bank of America Stadium are, relevant in the league and have, a lot of fans apparently in North Carolina or in their surrounding states. They're quick to jump on those tickets.
Well, and there's a solution for it.
Win.
Don't suck.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, or as Clip said, win.
Yeah.
If you win, and that's what I tell the Bears management, hey, you don't want other fans in there, don't suck. We pay for these tickets. Maybe more Bear fans would be motivated to buy them, or maybe more Bear fans would use their own tickets if they didn't suck and wouldn't want to sell them.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Panthers.
Simple as that.
Sure, let's get a break in. We'll come back. We'll hear some of the Holton Ahlers interview from last week as we talked to him after he returned to Greenville, right when he got back home to Greenville from not being able to play in the Military Bowl after BC pulled out. We'll have that and more wrap up hour 2 after this.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the black conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
Do you suffer from allergies, asthma, or any other sinus problems? Perhaps professional cleaning of your air ducts could help. Family owned and operated in Winterville for over 22 years, Carolina Quality Air was the first certified duct cleaning company in Eastern North Carolina. From residential to commercial, they can handle any size job, big or small, including our studios here at Pirate Radio. Carolina Quality Air uses a sanitizer that kills mold in your ductwork and over 100 viruses, including the coronavirus. Visit them online at CarolinaQualityAir.com.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
Get the best of the best for less at Bostic Sugg Furniture. The best name brand furniture at savings up to 15% off store-wide, plus 12 months special financing. Save on the best looks for your home. Save up to 70% off clearance items or get 72 months special financing. Get your best night's sleep on a comfortable new mattress with 72 months special financing. It's better than the rest. It's the best of the best, and it's going on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
Hey, this is Troy D., proud ECU grad from the class of 94. And if you know me, you know I love the 90s here at ECU. It was some of our glory days, including bowl games, the Peach Bowl, and even a March Madness appearance. Relive those days with my friends from Tailgate Classics. Tailgate Classics is a cool retro store with all types of merchandise, including the 90s ECU vintage tees and hats. Check out Tailgate Classics in person, 304 Evans Street, or online at shoptailgateclassics.com. Tailgate Classics, bringing back the throwbacks.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low, low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
This is Stephen Igo, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU home services partner. Call them today at 919-292-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
All right, back with you, our first live show of 2022. We were with you last week via Best Ofs, and also I mixed in some new interviews with the Best Ofs. I thought I would be a worker bee, a busybody, and mix in some great new interviews for you guys. Talk to Holden Ahlers, Kevin Monroe, and ironically, the most dated interview from our Best Ofs. And we had some interviews that went back all the way, to mid last year, early 2021. The most dated interview was the interview I did last Tuesday with Cy Seymour talking about ECU basketball, because we were previewing a game for Wednesday night that never came.
Oh, no.
So that's what you get for trying to work harder than you have to.
You did a nice job, though, Cliff.
I talked to Cy, and we were previewing a game that wasn't going to happen.
You got me hooked. I was headed to the gym, and you were...
Congrats on the gym.
Thanks. Like to sneak that one in there.
You're on a roll today to start 2022.
But you had some of the replays of the best calls or worst calls, depending on your perspective, of the fifth quarter. And I got... It was the Stephen Igloo call.
Yeah, I think it was Joe from somewhere.
Yeah. And now, is he the same local
Stephen
politics?
Igloo? No, he's
That's a different one. Okay.
That's
you
Larry
played them back
Gary.
to back. Okay. You had the Igloo call, and then you had the local politics call. And I ended up staying in my car about 10, 15 minutes longer than I planned because I was so enjoying listening to those again.
Joe is also the 7 damn gaps.
7 damn gaps.
Oh, yeah. He got
Sally
all
in the
worked
soup
up.
kitchen.
Yes.
All that was Joe.
Yes. He
all
was
the greatest hits.
One and done, too.
Yeah. Well, he made it worthwhile.
One call.
But he was a big gap guy.
Yep, 7 bleeping gaps.
Yeah, and he was obsessed with the gaps, and
that South Carolina loss put him over the edge, and I guess he was okay after that.
Yeah,
like Marshall
came back strong at Marshall.
Yeah,
got him back online,
won that game, and it was all good from there.
They fixed the gaps.
I guess so. Got that cleared up. Good job, Blake Harrell. But I did talk to Holden Nailers last Tuesday. Let's hear part of that right now, Shirley, as I asked him about not being able to play in the Military Bowl against Boston College, and here's what he said. Holden Nailers, who joins us on the Pirate Radio live line. Holden, we appreciate your time. You back in Greenville?
What's that? Yeah, Cliff. We actually just got back about 30 minutes ago, so we stayed a couple extra days in Annapolis. A couple of my buddies were coming up for the game, so I just stayed with them and kind of hung out. It was cool to see Pirate Nation there. You know, unfortunately we didn't get to play, but it was still cool to see. I mean, we pretty much painted that city purple, which was a cool experience.
Holden, we'll hear from Kevin Monroe on Thursday's Pirate Radio Live, but I talked to him earlier. He said he took a flight Sunday morning, got to Baltimore Airport, turned off airplane mode, and saw the game was canceled. Immediately got a flight, went back home. I've heard other stories about folks at the state line, North Carolina-Virginia line, people in Richmond when they got the news. So how about you? Did you hear anything leading up to when the announcement was made on Sunday morning about this game not taking place? Like, where were you? Where was the team? What was all that like for you?
Honestly, we heard stuff about COVID, but we didn't hear. There was never a mention of it being canceled. We had a few positive tests, and we isolated them and got it under control. And we heard that they had done the same thing. So, I mean, we just thought, you know, both teams are going to miss, you know, 2, 3, 4 guys, and that's just part of the world we live in now, and that's just what it's going to be. And we finished our last practice, and then the day of, we had our team picture. We were supposed to have our team picture, our final walkthrough. We were in position meetings. We had a team meeting in the morning. We went to position meetings. We were in position meetings watching our final film, and the coach knocked on our door, told us they called a full team meeting, which we hadn't had a full team meeting since our first COVID positive test because we were trying to isolate. So we kind of knew it was something weird at that time, and then everyone was just sitting there quiet, and coach came in and said that Boston College pulled out, and we weren't going to have the game. So, no, honestly, we weren't expecting any of it, and still kind of in shock, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Holden Nailers joining us, hoping we could talk to him today about a victory in the Military Bowl, but again, that game not played due to Boston College pulling out. So, Holden, you get that news, and you're still kind of going over the shock, you said, but was there talk amongst you and your teammates, any of the coaches, anybody on East Carolina side about, all right, well, let's try to get in another game? You know, was there any of that thought during Sunday when everything was happening?
Well, there definitely was with the players. I mean, the coaches were dealing with so much because the only person who really knew, I guess, was Coach Houston. Like, when we were in position meetings, Coach K didn't know. I mean, when they pulled us out, none of the coaches knew until Coach Houston told us all. So they had a lot to deal with on their side. But, I mean, the players, I mean, playing at ECU, you'll play anyone, anywhere, at any time. So we weren't opposed to going and playing someone. I mean, we know there's a lot more to it than just going up the road and playing someone or something like that. But yeah, I mean, we just wanted to play ball. We finally got to a bowl game, and we were excited to go out there and play. And that's probably the most sad it's probably been this year. I mean, it's almost more sad than the losses because you finally get to the point that you want to get to, and then the team pulls out.
Holden Naylor's joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Holden, and maybe this is a better question for you next week, next month, a couple months from now, but does it feel like the season ends on a bad note, or have you kind of thought about, hey, 7-5, we got there, we accomplished a goal we really wanted to accomplish? Can you end this 2021 season and this calendar year on a high, on a positive, heading into next season?
Yeah, I think just getting to the bowl game, and when we set out, that goal at the beginning of the year, kind of like I told you guys, I mean, we didn't shy away from it, and we got there. Now, obviously we wish we could have played and won that game, and I think we had a great chance to do that. But I wouldn't say on a bad note. I mean, it just kind of it makes the team more hungry. We've already talked about next year and getting to work. We don't even really. And we have 2 weeks off, I think, until classes start, but we're just ready to go play now. I mean, we're ready to keep going and get this thing going in the right direction again and, go compete for a conference championship next year.
Holden Naylor's joining us. Pirates will take on NC State to open up the 2022 season, and it's going to be a fun offseason. Looking forward to that, and a fun offseason because of what you guys were able to do in 2021 and have a winning season and have a lot for Pirate fans to be excited about, and I know that'll carry over into the winter workouts and everything. Holden, right now with this team, you got a couple of guys, entering the transfer portal, which is nothing new, but looks like you're going to have, and we'll see what the coaching cycle looks like when you win games. A lot of schools will come after your position coaches and assistant coaches, things like that. But generally speaking, for the most part, a lot coming back for this team in 2022, and a lot of good additions as well. So that's got to have you optimistic, and sky's the limit for next season, right?
Oh, it does for sure. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I came back, because it was too good of an opportunity to pass up. With the guys that we have coming back, and we've talked about it as a team, as players, as the guys that could have left or done whatever and just been done with football or whatever, about coming back and finish this thing right and getting to a conference championship and competing for it. Because we think we have the team to do it. We felt honestly like a couple plays go our way differently this year, we could have competed for it this year. So next year is going to be a fun one. We're going to start getting ready. We're going to take some time off and then go at this thing full speed and, like I said, just compete for a conference championship.
That is East Carolina quarterback Holden Naylor, who joined us last Tuesday. We aired that last Wednesday, and I just wanted to catch up with him and get his thoughts on East Carolina not playing in the Military Bowl. Troy D had a lot of thoughts about it. We'll see if he still does when he we'll do that in the 5 o'clock hour.
Yeah,
Troy.
I'll save it for that.
You were fired up.
I still kind of am.
That. Okay, good.
It's still a little raw to me.
As I said earlier, I'm glad we didn't have shows.
I know, I heard you say that.
I was tired of it all. But you were one of the people that went there, that spent money, that was planning on watching a football game.
Yeah, now this weather's put me in a mood.
Yeah, I knew that.
I was doing good until today.
Yeah.
January and February stink.
We were, Shirley was talking about, I went shorts like all last week. It was glorious.
Beautiful. Shorts and T-shirt.
It was awesome.
The 70s. But out of all the weather combinations, cold, wind, and rain is the absolute worst. That's today.
Yep.
We're starting today, of course, on a Monday, back after a nice little extended break, the worst weather literally of the year.
Well, at least we got it out of the way now.
I hope it only gets better.
We shall
or will
see
it stay like
that.
this? I don't know. I'm so depressed I can't even look ahead.
Wow.
I can't. I'm stuck in the moment.
Well, we'll have Troy rant on other things that he's upset about coming up in hour 3.
And hearing Holden talk about it is kind of bring it back. It's kind of like picking at the scab again.
Nah, it's over. You got to move on. NC State on the clock.
It's still real to me.
NC State in Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium on the clock, Troy.
I know. I just haven't been able to get fired up about that yet.
Well, that's good because it's not for 9 months. But I'm just saying, 2021's over. It was a great year. 7-5. We're back. ECU's back. Trying to get you fired up. It's not working. All right, let's take
I'm
a
not
break.
taking your bait.
I'm trying. Sorry to try to get you.
If I want to be miserable,
positive.
I'm going to be miserable.
Okay.
And don't try to pull me out of it.
Here with the miserable guy over here. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live is on the way. We'll be back with you after this.
The town of Farmville will be celebrating their 150th anniversary with a black tie gala on Saturday, January 15th from 7 until 11 p.m. at the historic Farmville Train Depot. There will be a catered meal provided by Myrtle Grove and music by the fantastic Rakeem Walker Project. Tickets are $75 per person or $650 for a reserved table for 8 and can be purchased by calling 753-4671. All proceeds benefit the Farmville Chamber of Commerce. Join us for a night of celebration for the town of Farmville at the Black Tie Gala on Saturday, January 15th.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Your power's out. There's a water leak. What do? For these and other utility-related emergencies, you need service, and you want it fast. There are 2 things you can do to get the quickest response if you're a GUC customer. First, you can call the hotline at 1-855-767-2482 and report any utility-related emergency. That number is also on GUC.com. Or second, you can give GUC your phone number. The hotline process is quickest when their account records have your current phone number. Service you can count on. Greenville Utilities.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza. Homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, are you ready for some Warren's hot dogs? Warren's Original Hot and Judy's Mild Sweet Chili Hot Dogs have been the official hot dog of sports fans for over 30 years. Pick up a tailgate special this football season of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. Warren's in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the new Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
At Union Bank, we understand you live life on the go. That's why our banking options are designed to serve you, wherever you are. If you want to meet us in person at one of our local branches, complete banking tasks on the go from the mobile app, or bank from your office with convenient remote deposit and cash management services, we're everywhere you need us to be. Whether you're simply managing a busy schedule or an entire business, we're right there with you with personalized service and helpful tools. Call or visit us online at unionbanknc.com. Union Bank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center of Greenville's new extended care clinic is open Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. so you can avoid the emergency department for any urgent orthopedics care. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Orthopedics East, providing services to Eastern North Carolina and the Pirate Nation for more than 35 years. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, thank you, Shirley Rhodes. Welcome back. Hour 3 of our first edition of Pirate Radio Live in 2022. Troy D sometimes has trouble believing what the calendar tells him. Can you believe, Troy? It's 2022.
Clip, let me say this for the first time. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
You know, we always have that discussion of how long you can continue to say Happy New Year.
Today's a great day to say it.
I feel like if you don't say it today, you're never going to say it.
Yeah.
Because this is like your first day back. For a lot of people, this is their first day back. Some people have today off, but this is our first day back.
We're back.
So Happy New Year, Pirate Nation.
Happy New Year to all of you out there.
Yeah. Speaking of New Year, boy, what a difference a day makes, huh?
I mean,
this is
I knew that the weather said this was going to happen.
Yeah.
But even yesterday, I was like, I'm still outside in shorts.
It's really what I love about North Carolina, the variety. Now, yesterday I was on the beach in shorts and a t-shirt sweating, for real. Today, it was literally snowing here. It's incredible. It's a 50-degree swing in one day.
Nuts.
From sunshine, summertime, to winter snow.
That's why I always say welcome to North Carolina where the weather is drunk. It was 3 sheets to the wind today, literally.
Nuts, I tell you. Absolutely.
But was that supposed to be funny? Because it was, Shirley. Out your best joke of the year so far.
That's supposed to be funny. Robert, trying to cheer you up, Troy, says the days are getting longer.
They are, and that is a great point, Robert. Every day going forward is a little bit longer light-wise until we get to the, summer solstice, which I think is June 21st. June or July, I got to double check. I think it's June. So, yeah, we're as soon as we can just get through, if we can fast forward January and February, we're good. Because then we're March, and you can really start to feel like spring is around the corner in March. So we just got 2 months. I can see the finish line Clip.
Wow, a lot has changed since last segment when nobody could tell you anything.
For me, it's baseball. It's when ECU baseball starts playing. I know I'm one step closer to spring.
Well, that's when it gets really cold.
But
it's 46 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it always is the first couple of weeks of the season, but still, I know I'm one step closer.
And we'll have to ask Cliff Godwin about the weather, right, Shirley? He likes talking about the weather.
I don't care about the weather. I can't control the weather. Don't want to talk about the weather.
Okay, maybe not. But we will ask him about it next time.
Oh, you got to ask about the weather. That's my opening question now every time.
By the way, I said this at the top of the show. Since we've been gone, there have been 0 ECU athletics. No football, no basketball, no women's basketball.
Picked a great week to be off.
Yeah, we have nothing to report as far as on the court or field activities.
Yeah.
We do.
And it was funny because I told a friend, like when we went on holiday, I said, so, we're consumed with ECU. It's what we do. We cover it all the time. We're talking about it. We're attending the games. And we love it. I mean, we're all Pirates around here, all alums and stuff, supporters and media members. But sometimes you need a break, right, Clip? And I remember telling someone, man, after the bowl game, after this bowl game, I really need a break from ECU a little bit. Damn sure enough, you don't get a break. Be careful what you wish for. You might get
it. All you wanted was another game.
I know.
And you couldn't quite get that. We do. ECU baseball has been put into the top 10 in a poll. I saw that over the break. They were picked to win the American once again, which they have been up at the top of the AAC since Cliff Godwin has been here at East Carolina. So we'll start to talk more and more ECU baseball as we get closer to the first pitch being thrown out in February.
Exciting times.
Excitement time.
I know. I'm trying to control my excitement.
Excitement time.
But look, is it overhyped like North Carolina football, or is it deserved?
Last time ECU was ranked this high in the rankings, they didn't make it to postseason.
Right. So, to me, I always take these with a grain of salt. Now, I think ECU has the potential to be very good this year, but I'm not a big fan of the preseason polls.
I mean, it's something to look at, something to talk about. You're not a coach. What do you care?
Clip, it's rat poison.
Oh my God. Okay, fine. We won't talk about how they're ranked.
I know. I'm just kidding.
We'll talk about.
I think it's fantastic. I wish every team had this problem at ECU.
Yeah, it's a good problem.
It's a great problem to have. This is the problem you want as a coach.
And again, I don't know what any other team in the country has, so it's kind of weird for me to dissect the rankings, but I do find it hard to. Now, I don't know what ECU has coming up, but I know that they lost Connor Norby, Thomas Francisco, Gavin Williams. That is really tough to replace.
Yeah.
Plus the leadership of your Bridges, Colmore, those guys. They lost a lot from last year. They got a lot coming back, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I'll be actually meeting with Cliff tomorrow. We'll get him on the show.
Yeah.
The banquet's coming up next. Wait, banquet is coming up, I think, this
sold out
month. Yeah. Well, I forget the date.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter because it's sold out. You either got a ticket or you didn't. But the preseason banquets, I think, sold out the quickest it's ever sold out. Talking to the coaches, so we'll get Cliff on here preseason and let him talk about ECU baseball and what his expectations will be.
All right, Troy. Let's talk about the Military Bowl. Oh, you want to talk about this real quick?
Oh, it's up to you.
All right. Well, yeah, real quick. We were talking to Chandler earlier. So ECU has had 2 long snappers enter the transfer portal. Slade Roy, who I believe is going to join us this week on Pirate Radio Live to talk about his decision.
Oh, wow.
And also Liam Crowley, the other, right, Chandler? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Who was the guy that entered the portal a year or two ago that you knew?
Oh, Robert Hill?
Yeah. We have had a pandemic of transfers from the long snapper position.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
And I know from listening to this program in the past that Chandler is a former long snapper, and I only know that from this program.
And it's actually,
I work with Chandler every day. Never knew he was a long snapper. Mm-hmm. But I hear you guys talk about it, so I said, well, you know what? There's an opening.
He's been to camps. He's had contact with ECU coaches in the past.
Yes.
While he was a student.
Yeah, I've seen videos of him on YouTube, actually, after you guys talked about it.
Yeah.
That maybe aren't widely watched, but they are out there.
Why do you have to say that?
And he did snap it very well.
Why do you gotta trash him? We're building him up. We're trying to build him up.
I'm just saying, I think he's a diamond in the rough. I think he's under the radar. This could be a 5-star guy that we're getting at a 1-star cost. You know,
I'm a diamond in the rough that's been in the rough for a long time.
Remember Justin? Remember a guy named Justin Hardy? No one wanted. No one wanted to put him on scholarship. The guy had to have a freaking walk on here. And what happened to him? Well, he only became the NCAA leading reception person of all time and went on to a great career in the NFL. What I was saying is,
I don't know about great.
Chandler could go back into grad school and enroll online nowadays, still work here at Pirate Radio, and go walk on, prove his worth, and he could become almost like a Rudy type situation.
And then week 4
for ECU football. So to prove that, we went ahead out in the parking lot to give a little demonstration so the coaches can have some fresh video for the guy. And I recommended we do it in the hall. Someone said hallway. I was ready to do it in the hallway. And Ellerbe said, what are you idiots doing? We're not long snapping in the hallway.
We said why? He said for obvious reasons.
We have hanging lights.
I did say why. We've got low hanging lights. We've got glass frames on literally the Hall of Fame. I was like, oh, okay, maybe he's got a point. But I was ready to catch your snap in the hallway. I had that much faith in you, Chandler. So we did it in the parking lot just to not cause any problems. And sure enough, man, this guy, his snap is long, it's strong, it's on target.
Bound to get the friction on. I don't know where you're going with that.
That's a good one.
Yeah. But anyway.
No, I'm saying tight spiral.
Yeah.
Good rotation.
There's video of it on our social media.
Yeah, so we're going to play the audio part. And really the best part of the audio, because you have now, if you go to our social media, it's on Twitter. Is it everywhere, guys? This is on our Facebook page, too?
Everywhere.
Okay.
MySpace, wherever you got it.
Wherever you consume Pirate Radio online, on social media, we have it. So
now, I thought you cussed in this.
Who?
Are you sure? You.
I don't know if I did, but you can... What's a cuss word?
Is GD able to be said on radio?
Oh, that's not a cuss word.
Okay.
What I want you... you probably can't hear. What I want you to hear is...
That's not a cuss word.
Well, that's not... I thought you meant I said the F-bomb.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
but that's a cuss word, too.
This isn't about me, Chandler. This is about you. And more
I'm just trying to save the FCC from the column.
This is more importantly about Clip Rock, which you're going to hear, because this is the only part that you'll really be able to hear. The true just natural, great laugh that Clip had.
I had a laugh because Troy caught the punt on attempt 3 and punted the football with a bunch of cars and stuff around, and I did not know he was going to do that. And
I didn't know I was going to do that. I wasn't planning to do that. It's just like I caught the snap and it just happened.
It was an instinct.
And
well,
it made
first
me,
of all,
it made me
I thought
chuckle.
it was hilarious that you caught the ball because you looked like you were completely surprised that the ball was coming at you.
Well, because the
or
first two,
more or less that you caught it.
the first two hit me in the ankle. So he had to get warmed up. This was the third
Right
one.
when he caught it, he made a little move, and the best around started playing in his head because he caught the ball.
I was going to spike it.
He was
and I
so
said,
excited.
Instead of spiking it, I'm going to punt it.
And he punted it.
Yeah, it was totally unplanned.
They caught me off guard.
All right, so here's Clip's reaction. Let's see. All right, here we go. I don't think I cussed.
Whipping, boys.
All right, here we go.
You're not a quarterback.
Just snap and catch, and here is the punt. And great laugh right there.
That is the laugh of one Clip Rock.
Here, one more time.
You're not a quarterback.
Which,
hold on. There is no cuss word in that, Shirley. I don't know what, if you're looking at CJ's unauthorized version, maybe.
Well,
who
Chandler's
should've-
the one.
No!
I'm the one that said you cussed. I thought you
he's
cussed.
the one that said you
I did
cussed,
not
and you
cuss in that.
said
There was no-
you
I
didn't
said
hear
that
one
it
either.
wasn't a cuss word, and
thought
I was
there was no
arguing
GD,
that.
there was no nothing in there.
I know.
Okay.
I was
That
just
was-
saying. I was just arguing
that
the
was
fact that
clean.
you
That
said
was
it
clean.
wasn't.
Totally clean.
Just like
of
the
it.
snap.
Quit trying. See this.
And the punt.
I see what you're trying to do.
What?
You're trying to hurt my
What?
reputation over there, aren't you? CJ, get back in that seat.
Oh.
I don't know where this
Good
segment
luck
is
making
going.
a football team. You can't even make first string producer.
Wow.
Tiny on Twitter says, long, strong, down to get the friction on. Chandler got snaps.
Oh.
Chandler got snaps.
I wish we could play that song, but unfortunately YouTube will pull us off.
Yeah,
so.
we'll get shut down.
I know.
So.
Kyle, remember the good old days when you could play any music you wanted?
It was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
It's fun.
All right, let's talk about your trip to Annapolis and DC, Troy D. Which I got to say, I saw a lot of pictures, a lot of video. It looked like Pirate fans had a blast.
I will say this.
I saw, it was Urban Meyer up there. I saw a video of a guy.
That was actually Urban Fryer.
I saw some guy.
Different guy.
Okay.
That was
the
a different
girl-
character.
Okay, all
yeah.
right. I saw that.
I'm not sure if he was related or not.
Yeah.
Still working to effort
Got a little
that.
bigger than Urban, but
Yeah.
that was an interesting video.
I got to tell you, man, you talk about life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. The hanging out in Annapolis was the lemonade. That was for the Pirates that stayed. We had a great time. It was a lot of fun. Annapolis is a great little city, especially if you stayed in Annapolis, where it's the downtown's all walkable, all the restaurants, all the bars. It is a beautiful little town. I mean, it literally is kind of like out of a Hallmark movie or something. And it was taken over by East Carolina folks. So it was great. Everywhere you went was like an ECU homecoming. You were running into fans or people you hadn't seen in years or making new friends. It didn't matter because they were all part of the East Carolina family. Family. At East Carolina. And it was a blast. And my only regret was because the game wasn't played, we decided to leave that next. We only stayed one night instead of two, that we didn't get to do it again the next night.
So you were there Sunday night.
We stayed Sunday. Our plan was to stay Monday and then come back Tuesday. We ended up getting out of the hotel room for the second night, so we decided just to come home.
Yeah.
But a lot of Pirate fans did stay 2 nights. It seemed like most people came up Sunday. The majority of Pirate fans came up the day after Christmas.
Came up or were on the way up.
Or on the way up.
Never made it.
A lot of people did turn around. A lot of people, and everybody's situation was different, but some folks, I talked to a number of folks that were either on the way or getting ready to leave that then said, well, we're not going to go at all.
Kevin Monroe never left the airport. He got there, turned on his phone, heard the news, booked a flight home.
We literally rolled into the parking lot at the hotel we were at in Annapolis, and my phone started blowing up.
Sunday morning.
Yeah, I think Glenn might have been one of the first people to send me a message, and then I started.
Well, I texted you too.
Yeah, and then it was like going off the charts, and then I reached out to Tom McClellan at ECU, and I did because there was about a 10-minute period where the word was getting out there, but there was nothing official from East Carolina, from the bowl, from Boston College. Like, there was no official word yet. It was just, hey, we're hearing this, we're hearing that, and media reports and and folks that were there that I trust. But I wanted to see. I mean, I'll be honest, man. I was in a little bit of disbelief. I was like, man, I just can't. I don't want to believe this. So I'm hoping. And you know how things can happen as a rumor. Sometimes rumors can get out of control.
That's a pretty easy rumor to start too
in this day and age.
Yeah.
So I was really kind of I said, you know what? I want to hear this from someone involved directly with the bowl or directly with East Carolina University, not on the outside. And sure enough, it ended up being true. So we were there. We were mad. We thought about just driving home right then, but we said, we're already here. Let's just stay and make the most of it. But I was blown away how many Pirate fans were there. It was incredible, and how many probably more would have been there if the game was played. Because I'm sure thousands of folks decided not to come. And I did not see the crazy thing, Clip. I did not see one. We were all over Annapolis. Did not see one single Boston College fan. Not one.
Well,
I would have figured I'd run into someone somewhere.
I think their fan base had the desire for that bowl game as the same as the team did, the players did. It didn't seem like any of them.
No, I don't think they were into it at all.
Yeah.
I don't think their fans cared. I don't want to say that about the players. I don't know what the player mentality was. They might want to have played this game. I don't think it was their choice. I think it was.
Well, some of their choices.
Well, I guess some of them opted out.
Yeah.
Correct. But I'm speaking for the ones that were still available and able to play. I would think that they'd want to play, but who knows? I don't. I know East Carolina wanted to play.
Yeah.
Of course, Ron Robinson was on with Brian Bailey earlier talking about the situation behind the scenes and just kind of how tough it is when something like that happens.
Yeah, and look, I know.
And look, I put out there, hey, wouldn't it be great, East Carolina and North Carolina State to play? But the problem is when the Holiday Bowl was in control of the Wolfpack's destiny, and they wanted the Wolfpack to play a game at the Holiday Bowl.
And you're almost
now they would have let East Carolina come.
You're almost as far apart in the United States as you could possibly be from San Diego
to try and gather everybody at that point, and then even if you get out there, there's no guarantee that if something happens and you have too many positives that they let that game go on, and then you're out that much more money. So
even if you had a money tree, it would be difficult. But what about the you just spend that money to get to Maryland and all that?
I know.
To spend more, it's a sucky situation.
It stinks. It's and as I said when we did that Twitter Space post game, which I thought was a big success.
Yeah.
And
thanks for everybody.
Appreciate our team putting that together. There were no winners in this thing. There were only losers. Usually you have a game, somebody's a winner. Everybody lost in this. East Carolina lost out. Boston College lost out. The bowl definitely lost millions of dollars. The city of Annapolis lost out. Now, they got some revenue from fans like us that stayed and media folks that stayed up there and spent money. But how many thousands of fans canceled that didn't go up there that they would have had revenue from lost hotel revenue, lost restaurant revenue, all that stuff, filling up your gas tank up there. I mean, there was a lot of money that would have been pumped into the Annapolis economy that was canceled. So, the bowl, the city, the teams, the conferences, I mean, everybody loses in this deal.
Yeah.
And even down to my son, who was upset because he had a little wager on the game. He took East Carolina.
Your bowl pool took a loss.
My bowl pool took a hit. I could have talked a lot of junk to family members because the majority of my family members took East Carolina. A couple did not, and I had them on the list to talk junk to the minute the game was over.
Mm-hmm.
So, casualties all over.
Well, we can now move forward and move on.
Yeah. And look, our listeners lost out. We would have had a great pregame, postgame. I was looking forward to that. I was looking forward to talking to you, attending the game, pregame, like all the stuff that you kind of sometimes take for granted. And I saw these other bowl games getting postponed. I was like, oh, God, it could happen. But no, it should be good.
I know.
I just would not go there. No, we should be good. We're a day ahead out now. We're good.
I thought
if they haven't canceled it yet, they won't cancel it.
I know.
Well, don't tell that to people like NC State.
Yeah.
They were only our situation's way better than theirs. At least we had over 24-hour notice, and it was drivable. They had 5-hour notice, and they had to fly all the way. I talked to somebody for State. They spent thousands of dollars on airline tickets alone to get out to San Diego. and they didn't even get to see a game.
Yeah. I will say, it didn't feel like bowl season. Part of it was because of the military bowl and all that, and you kind of just got sick of the whole thing. But there was a turnaround, and I don't know how much you followed, Troy, but Friday was great. The games weren't good, but it was great to have games on. And then even Saturday, I didn't think I would have been into it as I was, but I was at home. I really wasn't doing anything. I watched a lot of football on Saturday.
I've come full circle on the bowl game deal. I used to be anti the bowls and all that. And now I really kind of enjoy it.
Yeah.
And earlier on in the bowl season, I'll just have it as background noise if I'm home. But then later, as it gets closer and after, like then they were like, "Oh, this is a good game. I want to sit and watch this game."
I enjoyed them, and it seemed like early on the crappy bowls were played, and then we had the intermediate bowls that were all canceled pretty much.
Yeah.
And then they were able to get some in there at the end. So
I watched a lot of bowl games.
Where do you stand on Georgia Bama? Are you because there's like two trains of thought here. There's I'm sick of this, screw the SEC, or is it this is going to be a great football game I'm watching?
I'm sick of this. It's the same thing every time. It's parity is what makes the NFL great.
No,
that you could suck one year, but with good decisions and good free agency and good drafts, you could turn it around, and a good coach, you could turn it around in a year and be relevant. There's a lot of parity in the NFL. This in college football, I'm not saying it's rigged, but it's rigged.
Well, it's two different deals. The NFL is designed to make everybody even.
Right.
College football,
college football is a weighted system.
Capitalism.
And it's not just the SEC that's weighted. Then there's a pecking order in the SEC.
Oh, I mean, Bama and Georgia right now, and other teams have jumped up there. But yeah, there's a great cartoon, which is not really true this year because Georgia's really good. But it's got the Bama elephant.
I saw that
holding up all the other mascots, and they're all chanting SEC,
yeah.
SEC.
There's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah,
and it's just. I'm not surprised by it. They're the two best teams in the SEC. The SEC is the best football conference in the country.
And I thought I thought Cincinnati showed themselves about as good as they could.
Better than Michigan.
Definitely better than Michigan.
And I'll say this, if we had stuck to my original game plan, you remember my original bowl plan? We would be talking about the ECU Pirates, your Myrtle Beach Bowl champions right now. Because that is what I was pushing for. And that bowl was played, my friends, down in Myrtle Beach.
So what are you saying?
I wish we had gone to the Myrtle Beach Bowl.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Me too. I need to play the game. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it was before Christmas.
Yeah, it was on that.
And home for the holidays.
It was a Monday, the Monday before the military bowl was supposed to be played.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. Shirley, do we have anything to give away today? Or is that today, right now? You want to do it right now?
This is the first giveaway of the year?
This is the first
what do we have
giveaway of the year. We'll find out after we hit the music.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, Shirley, what is behind door number 1?
Why don't we start the year off with a little tiebreakers? How about lunch for 2 at tiebreakers?
Sounds good.
It's been a while since I've heard this bed.
Been a while. Yeah, you're right. Tiebreakers can be yours. I went there with Mully and watched some of the, what were we watching? Alabama, Cincinnati, I think.
I saw Mully yesterday.
Was he a tiebreaker?
Yeah. Son.
That's right, son.
So maybe when you go pick up your food, you can go see Mully. Say hey to him. Happy New Year. All right. 317-1250. It's called Dueling Mullies.
I know. I was going to try and do one. I don't know if I can do it as good.
Go ahead and do one, son.
Paint polish a turd, son.
Yeah.
Bud, let me tell you something, Bud. You guys, you think you're funny.
Just because you wear a cowboy hat don't make you a cowboy, son.
Yeah.
Son.
All right, caller 12.
Let's go with caller 8.
Caller 8, 317-1250. We're back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Cadillac. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get an all-new 2022 Cadillac CT5 and save over $1,500 off. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Hey, this is John Grillo, the Bagel Man. You know I love bagels. I don't settle for frozen bagels. That's why we make our bagels right here in Greenville from scratch every day. If you're coming into Bagel Man, you'll notice that there's some renovation going on. Our menu is bigger and better than ever. Our sandwiches, heroes, subs, salads, wraps, bagel dogs, fresh baked pastries, and our new coffee bar. Soon we're going to be opening for dinner. Don't forget Bagel Man for all your catering needs on Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
This is Dr. Phil Perdue with Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. My colleagues and I recognize how difficult this time is for everyone in our community. We continue to see patients during the week while taking precautions to keep everyone safe. Our extended care clinic is now open on Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. so you can avoid the emergency department for your urgent orthopedic care. For more information, please contact us at 757-2663 or visit our website at orthoeast.com.
The best place for delicious food and great prices is Familia. Familia has something for everyone, like New York-style pizza, lasagna, chicken, veal, or eggplant parmesan, homemade meatballs, plus a variety of seafood selections and favorites, like the steak burger and southern pork chop. If you need food to go, Familia's drive-thru window is open and ready for all takeout orders. Familia, Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College, and FamiliaNC.com.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has recently added more American Airlines flights. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now's the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
This is ECU Assistant Football Coach Roy Tesh, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Carolina Caliber has the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and is one of the top firearm dealers anywhere. At Carolina Caliber, they have everything you need for hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. Carolina Caliber will buy, sell, and trade. Carolina Caliber, locally owned and operated since 1960 on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. And congratulations to Tim Randall. He is our first winner of the year from Greenville. He picked up lunch for 2 at Tiebreakers. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, thank you, Shirley Rhodes. Welcome back into Pirate Radio Live. Congratulations to Tim. He is a winner. And we collectively were winners overall, barely, in 40 bowls in 14 days this year. Now, we only picked 28 games because some were postponed and also or canceled. And we were also going to finish out our list on Monday's edition of the Bud Light pregame tailgate, and there was no show.
The real casualty in this, I heard you guys mention this earlier. I had CD's Grill lined up for you guys for the pregame food.
Man.
With all their great breakfast sandwiches.
Now, you were a big advocate of East Carolina getting a trophy and calling this a win.
I early on, I did say Boston College forfeited the game, basically. They're the reason the game didn't play. Then, and I'm not saying we should celebrate it and go crazy, but ECU should have been declared the winner. And sure enough, a day later, when I don't know, it wasn't a day later. When was it? A few days later, when NC State played, the exact scenario happened to them, except it was UCLA that backed out, and the bowl declared NC State the winner and gave them the trophy.
Does it make you feel any better?
That State got that?
No, if you get a trophy for not playing a game.
Well, they're giving them rings and everything else. Yes, we should be the Military Bowl champions.
So
yes, it would make me feel better.
With that being said,
would it a small consolation? Now, would it be something we go crazy about? No.
All right, so this is perfect. The apples to apples. We should still get our CDs and tiebreakers. It was Boston College's fault. It was no fault of our own. We didn't do those shows.
We deserve the.
We deserve the food for the game.
This is where the cricket sound would have been perfect
in your brain right now.
That face you made, I've never seen before.
I'm trying to see what the correlation is.
You just broke Troy's brain.
ECU gets the good stuff from the bowl game.
We won our
because
rings
they're
and
technically
trophies.
winners. We deserve the good stuff from the pregame show because it was Boston College's fault, not ours.
That is our ring and trophy.
Exactly. Same thing.
You consider the pregame food your trophy?
When it's CD's Grill, absolutely.
Like that's something. I mean, honestly, that's something we just do to be nice. Like that's not a requirement. That's not something you have to have. Like the winner.
You're not required to win a trophy.
No, the winner
that's
gets
something
a trophy.
they do that's nice.
They get it no matter what.
That's something they do that's nice.
Yes, but a trophy's part of the championship.
And part of the pregame is the food.
It doesn't have to be,
but it is.
It is.
A trophy doesn't have to be.
Me and Ellerbe want to treat you guys nice.
Okay, so treat us nice and get us some CDs. I don't understand the problem here. It's the same thing.
I don't see it being the same thing.
So you're not going to get us food.
Well, I'm not saying I'm not going to get you.
That's exactly what you're saying.
I'm not saying that. You're putting words in my mouth.
Are you going to get us CDs to make up for the bowl game we missed?
I don't know. You also didn't have to work that day.
Just say no. Just live on the air. Say no.
I have the option to get it if we need to. Or I might do food for something else.
Are you gonna get this food for the bowl game we missed?
Probably not.
You can't just say no. Why can't you just say no?
Because someone from CDs may be listening and go, you know what, we're going to go ahead and do it for them anyway. So I don't want to I don't want to back out of the deal if there's an option to still do it for you. I'll talk to the CDs folks and see. See, I'm leaving the option open.
All right, whatever.
For your benefit.
Wait, so you're telling me there's a chance?
Correct.
He's saying anything's
just
possible.
Had a caller call in.
Anything's possible.
Stupid microphone. Just had a caller call in and said, Troy, just give up. You've been busted. Just go ahead and give in and give us our food.
But they forfeited, though.
Exactly. So we didn't get to have our seats.
You're not the team, though. It's different.
We are the team.
What are you
We
talking
the
about?
Pirate Radio team.
I'm on the Pirate Radio team that does the pregame.
You cover the team, right?
Yeah, you always say we're a team. You say
we are a team,
you're
right? But we're not the football team.
Right, I don't want a trophy and a ring. I want CDs.
I want CDs.
What do you not understand? I'm not asking for a ring.
Where's my CD?
I don't want a pads and a uniform. I'm not. I know.
Do you think the team should have gotten a trophy?
No.
Then you get no food then. If you said yes, I was going to get it.
No.
Oh, you're so
But
full of
you
it.
do, which is why I think we deserve food.
I know we actually disagree on both then. See,
This is
I think the
crazy.
team should get rewarded and not you guys. And you think you
Rewarded
guys
for
should-
what?
For being there, for getting ready to play, for being the last team standing.
We were there.
State was rewarded.
We were here.
They gave State the
Guess
trophy.
what? You were in Maryland. We were here,
Yeah.
ready to play,
Right.
which means go in the air,
Right.
and we weren't able to.
I would have liked the food and drink I would have had at the ball game, but I don't get that either.
See, now you're going into different territory.
No, I would have been rewarded with that in many ways.
Nah, now you're.
Where's my food and drink from the game? That
You're getting
I would
into
have had?
different. That's a different thing. That's a different animal.
I love how Troy goes, do you think they should have a trophy? And you said no. He said, well, you're not getting CD's grill then. And then I went, oh, man, he's got a point.
Redbeard says Troy doesn't have to buy the trophy rings, but food costs money, and that's where Troy draws the line. I just wanted him to say no live on the air.
I'm leaving it as an option.
Okay, how do we take advantage of this option?
Well, you can always go to CD's and get their great food. You don't have to have me to get
Yeah,
it.
I'm here for my ring and trophy.
Hey, you can
which
always
is
go
y'all's
to the
biscuit.
trophy shop and buy a trophy. Again, like, we want to be...
No, it would be an empty trophy. Like, I don't know if they display it. I don't know what you do if you ended up getting it. You know, I don't know what's... I guess State puts it in their Hall of Fame, you know. They still consider themselves the Holiday Bowl champions. But that's why this thing's all messed up.
Hey, that was a great discussion.
Yeah.
By the way, Troy, 15 and 13 overall. Most wins. Now, you did have the most attempts, but a sparkling 3-1 record for you on 40 bowls in 14
That's
days.
strong. Yeah. That's probably the best record I've ever had in this thing.
I would say so. That's very, very strong.
Well, how about this? Our winner, Tim Randall, just called in and said, you know what? Just give my tiebreakers lunch to the guys in the studio.
No. We do not accept. We do not accept. That is yours, Tim.
Yeah, Tim, calm down. It's a bit.
Yeah, we're going to mail that to you.
We're going to mail that to you.
Yeah.
Now, if you bring CDs with you when you pick up your prize,
It will get eaten.
It will.
This is true.
Get bowling swings,
man.
by the way, Tim. Get bowling swings.
That's funny. Good stuff. All right. Let's get another break in. We got to get a break. We'll come back.
We got to eat our CD's grill.
I got to look up my order.
How do you know?
I had
I didn't
CD's
still
grill
get
a couple days ago,
It was
actually.
delivered and no one was here to get it.
Because I know that. But first of all, you probably would have forgot about it anyway. You told me to remind you.
I want just to err on the side of caution.
I know for a fact that did not happen.
You were correct.
Yes. Second time out. We'll come
Because they
back.
did check with me. They said, do you still need this? I'm like, no, we don't.
He's like, hell no. We don't need this.
Nope, they don't deserve it.
They didn't earn it.
They're not players on the field.
Players on the field.
We're back after this.
Hey, Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary? That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
This year, US Cellular is making a big deal out of the holidays. You can choose any phone from any brand free. That's right, any phone you see in our store is free. And get unlimited data for our best price of the season. Just $30 a month per line with 4 lines. Feel the locally grown joy from US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Limited time offer. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
How much does the word reliable mean? Sure, all businesses describe themselves as reliable, and we certainly wouldn't expect any business to be unreliable, but when you take a word like reliable and make it your way of life, the entire core of your business, it tends to mean a little more. And it's something you have to show people, not tell them. At Delcor, we show it by being there the same day you call. We show it by simply doing outstanding work with exceptional products, a family-oriented work ethic, and genuine caring for all of our neighbors throughout Eastern NC, because in a time of need, we know the first and the only thing you need is someone you can count on. That's why we only use equipment you can count on too, like a train comfort system. It's hard to stop a train. Delcor can have a new train comfort system installed in no time, or we can provide an AC tune-up to make sure your system is performing well. So will your system keep you cool all summer? Find out. Call us. We're Delcor, the service professionals, reliable for over 4 decades. Visit delcorinc.com today.
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP, where business goes to grow.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is the home of the best margaritas. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Tuesday for the Gulp of Mexico, a huge 46-ounce lime margarita for only $6.99. On Thursdays, relax and enjoy half-price pitchers of Chico's house margaritas. Choose from lime, strawberry, blood orange, raspberry, or peach. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
P-I-R-A-D-E. Once a child wants to spell.
P is for pirate. R is for radio.
Speak and spell.
That is correct.
R-A-D-I-O.
You are right. I'm learning a lot, really.
Pirate.
Pirate radio.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? We'll keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio for 18 years. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty. Chandler, we got the video of Chandler long snapping to Troy D out in the Pirate Radio parking lot. I did tag Trip Weaver and Donnie Kirkpatrick on that tweet.
Who have nothing to do with special teams.
They are recruiters. They coach the team. Mm-hmm. They are decision makers for the football team.
They have good connections with that football team.
And Donnie Kirkpatrick liked the tweet.
Wow. Breaking news.
The first step.
Now, if you'd like for me to say, you know what, Donnie, never mind. This guy's not gracious, doesn't want to be a part of the team, I'll do that right now.
Why would you want to do that?
Because you just insulted me by...
No, I appreciate you, man.
Right.
I tell you what, though, it felt great being down there snapping that football again. It felt like that's what I...
You know what I like to do?
Well, you were born to do.
That was what I was born to do.
I thought about it. If we're on a cold, rainy, windy asphalt parking lot, what if we should go out on a football field and really practice this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Then I'm like, okay, I'm going to actually punt it for real. Because I've launched some in my backyard now that are pretty awesome. This was just kind of impromptu. I think me and you as a dynamic
How
duo.
long is your backyard? Maybe 30 yards?
A little bit longer.
Okay, because you say you've launched some.
I mean, really high, like where you need the height on it, like your
hang time.
Yes, exactly.
You're a coffin corner punter.
Yes,
pinning guys deep.
Yeah.
All right.
But
really, he just wants to punt. He don't really.
I want to punt. No, but I like. It's kind of cool catching the snap to do it. Yeah.
It's very.
Wait, do you think you could get it back into grad school and potentially be a punter for this team?
Now, what about a story that would be? This guy was at the Peach Bowl as a fan,
and now he's back as a player in the Peach Bowl.
I mean, God, you want to talk about a dream season?
What have I told you? 30 for 30 years later.
Oh, God.
You thought you were sick of hearing about the Peach Bowl from 30 years ago. Wait till I make it as a player.
Troy D doing Trip Weaver has liked the post, Chandler. This is getting some steam. I'm just telling you.
Here we go, baby.
Just remember how this started, Chandler. It was hour number 2. Troy D said, we should get you out there to fill in.
God. How does every sentence come back to you?
Remember, I said, we can get you enrolled in grad school.
First.
You be a walk-on. Let's get a tape together, send to these coaches. I'm just saying, this has manifested itself within 2 hours now.
And also remember, he would not pony up $15 to $18 to get us some CDs. Just remember that.
When you keep saying CDs, I keep thinking you want like music.
Nope, just want a biscuit, maybe a sandwich.
Well, I'm not a big fan of the rings and all that stuff. I mean, it's fine if they're going to do it.
But I'm pretty sure I could pull up some tweets and you ranting to say otherwise.
I think ECU should have been rewarded the game, like they should be winners. But I don't know if that's something I would have gone overboard celebrating. I do think the other team backed out, so you win by default.
So do you think they should add the Military Bowl in UBE with all the other bowls?
Well, they did. Well, technically, they were in it. They just didn't get to play it. They weren't invited to it. They were a part of it.
Well, do they put every bowl game they're in or every game they win?
Well, who, UBE or ECU? ECU recognized.
Well, he was asking a UBE question.
If I'm a UBE, yes, you put it up.
Because they
were there
at the game.
It's not their fault they didn't get played.
Do you put champion? Again, this is up to the team. I don't care either way, but I don't think you.
I just recognize that you were there.
Military Bowl.
And honestly, I
weren't even a participant. You were.
I did hear the NCAA is not recognizing state as the winner.
So it's like a UCF situation.
Correct. I think it's like they will recognize it, but I don't think it'll count as an official victory for them.
Chad says, I love how Troy has now turned Chan long snapping moment into, man, I could be a great punter. And Redbeard says, no one can make something about himself better than Troy. He's the best around.
You're right.
It really is amazing how you do that.
It's a pro move.
It is.
Yeah. Don't try this at home.
No, you couldn't. If you tried, you could not. All right. What else?
But I was impressed with as I said, I am his biggest advocate right now. I think we can make this thing happen.
And whenever I'm able and eligible for the draft, you're my agent.
And I think all we need is an opportunity for you to have an opportunity. That's it. Because I think if given the opportunity, you will seize the moment. And you will make the most of it.
Like Tom's going to ask, all right, big win over state. Who do you guys want to talk to? Rajay Harris? No, we want to talk to Chandler Honeycutt over there.
Well, I was going to say, if Troy was on the team, the interviews would be epic after the game.
This would be a lot of fun. I'd love to talk to you guys.
And if I do get interviewed, I'm just going to go like this the whole time.
Wait till OTM asks me a question.
Too soon. He's not doing it anymore.
Oh, yeah. I must have missed something. Did I miss that story?
Yeah. Well,
okay. You'll have to tell me during the break.
Only like 5 people care about it. Yeah. So it hasn't been.
No, I thought you are joking. For real?
No, yeah.
He's not doing it anymore?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right.
I don't think so.
I did not. I honestly did not know that.
Yeah. You see him in Maryland?
I didn't see any meaty guys other than Ken Watling and.
I think he's Ken Watlington.
Watlington.
His name keeps changing. I don't know.
Well, it used to be Ken Watling.
And maybe Kenneth Watlington.
Now it's Ken. Is it Ken or Kenneth?
It's Ken.
Watlington. Kenny. No, it's Kenny.
Well, it did change.
Yeah.
It changed to his original name. Watlington.
Yeah.
But I still have. But for the first few years, it was Watling.
Watling.
Yeah. So I got that stuck in my head.
He got a ton added to his last name.
Well, that's what. That was his new contract.
Troy Dreyfus.
They said, we can't pay you a ton, but we'll give you a ton.
Troy Dreyfuston. It sounds very regal. Clip Brockton. You had a ton to your last name?
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
That's pretty cool.
You're going places.
Yeah.
Shirley Rhodeston.
Yeah.
Chandler Honeycutt-ton. I don't know about those.
Honeycutting.
Honeycutting.
I'm honeycutting.
Yeah. What are we doing on this show, Troy? This is what happens when ECU doesn't play any games in any sports. I hope there's a game Wednesday.
Yeah, what do you think? You think it'll get played?
Yeah. Why not? Let's play it.
I think it will, because I think by now it's worked itself through the team.
I hope so.
Enough of
I
it.
hope you're right about that.
And I think hopefully they'll have enough players that can play. Shout out to Jackie, by the way. Hutcherson, not Ton, but
Hutcherson.
Listening, she says, from Gulfport, Florida. She says a little warmer and breezy down there, but she's watching us on Facebook Live. We appreciate that.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you for watching, Jackie.
Tune in at 3 on Tuesday, Jackie, to hear Coach Joe Dooley. We'll see if he thinks the game's going to get played on Wednesday. He'll join us here on the show.
Awesome. Look forward to that.
Shirley, I'll tell you what, speaking of that, before we take a break, let's hear Ryan Robinson. We played this in hour one. This was on the Brian Bailey show. Bailey asked Ryan Robinson if he thought the game was going to be played on Wednesday. Here's what he said.
Is the basketball game still on for Wednesday? As we speak, we think yes.
Yes, everything's moving in that direction, and I think all of our fans know now, and as you know, Brian, it is truly hour by hour with COVID. But hopefully, we can get people healthy with the new CDC rules and guidelines. Right now the rule is if you have 7 scholarship players, you must field a team. So hopefully we can play. Hopefully we can have a full team, because I think that is hard. Even when you say 7 scholarship players, that's hard on Coach Dooley. But the plan is right now, 7 o'clock on Wednesday, we'll have basketball back in the action, and then we'll try to figure out. I know we have a couple sport administrator and John that are working to reschedule the 2 missed games.
All right, and if they do play Wednesday at 7, you know who will be back in Greenville? Hello.
Oh, Corey Glore.
The 1-0.
Wow.
Corey Glore with the Tulane Green.
Was this his first time as a Green waiver?
In Greenville?
No.
Yes. Did
They play football here.
That is true.
That's right. I forgot.
And the Pirates put the beat down on them.
That's right.
Corey
and
Glore.
that's what Corey Glore deserves.
0-1 since
He is no longer safe.
1-0. Good stuff. All right. So,
or as I like to say, the oh no.
The oh no.
The oh no.
We'll take our final break, come back, get ready to wrap things up here on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll get CJ Schaefer's prediction for his Steelers taking on the Browns tonight, Monday Night Football. Big Ben's final game in Pittsburgh. And Troy had mentioned this earlier. Pirate on Pirate action to make to the playoffs Sunday night here on Pirate Radio. Zay Jones and the Raiders versus Linville Joseph and the Chargers.
Yeah, I like that.
Winner goes to the postseason.
Yeah, it's great. Win-win for
ECU,
one ECU alum.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll take a timeout, come back, and wrap it up after this.
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pestech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pestech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers through the year of COVID. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest-free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service.
The town of Farmville will be celebrating their 150th anniversary with a black tie gala on Saturday, January 15th from 7 until 11 p.m. at the historic Farmville Train Depot. There will be a catered meal provided by Myrtle Grove and music by the fantastic Rakeem Walker Project. Tickets are $75 per person or $650 for a reserved table for 8 and can be purchased by calling 753-4671. All proceeds benefit the Farmville Chamber of Commerce. Join us for a night of celebration for the town of Farmville at the Black Tie Gala on Saturday, January 15th.
In studio with Dr. Shondell Jones from Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness. What's new, Dr. Jones?
Yes, we just added 6,000 more square feet of gym space where we're now able to offer our athletic movement programs. They're age-specific programs that help you develop speed, power, agility, and strength to give you that athletic edge. So come by and see us at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness on Arlington Boulevard or check us out online at kptonline.com. That's kptonline.com.
University PC Care has been busier than ever repairing personal PC and Mac computers and iPhones during this pandemic. And we thank you for your support. Now, with everyone streaming and doing work from school and home, you may have discovered that your home Wi-Fi just isn't cutting it. It may be time to upgrade your home network, and University PC Care can help. To make a network assessment appointment and discover upgrade options that fit your home, go to talktowilliam.com or learn more at universitypccare.com.
Hey Pirate fans, did you know there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that loves ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. Go Pirates!
If you wake up in the morning with a backache, feeling more tired than you did when you went to bed, you probably need a new mattress. And the best place to get that mattress is Factory Mattress. Hi, I'm Kirk Smith, General Manager. For more than 40 years, Factory Mattress has been Greenville and Wilson's local mattress dealer. We guarantee the lowest price on the area's best selection with over 50 models to choose from. No seconds or overruns. Factory Mattress offers only first quality direct from the manufacturer. Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. The most highly trained sales associates with over 60 years of combined experience. Same as cash financing with zero interest up to 48 months and free local delivery. Face it, to have a good day, you've got to have a good night. So sleep better knowing you saved money at Factory Mattress, locally owned on Greenville Boulevard in Greenville, on Forest Hills Road in Wilson, on the web at factorymattressusa.com, and a proud member of Pirates Supporting Pirates.
Woo! Papa John's just took their fresh, never frozen dough and hand stretched it New York style. So you can fold it or not. Hang on, I know, I fold it. Get a New York style pizza from Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, the new Papa John's New York style pizza is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Take a quick look at your stock market report for today. The Dow was up 246 points. It closed at 36,585. NASDAQ was ahead 187 at 15,832, and the S&P was up 30 at 4,796. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back in to the show. Here's Clip.
All right, if you're listening to our live edition, Brian Bailey Show at 6, Monday Night Football tonight. Steelers still have a chance to get into the playoffs, so they need to win. Browns are eliminated. Steelers minus 2.5, total 43.5. CJ Schaefer is a Steelers fan, and it is Big Ben's swan song is the last game at home. CJ, what do you think about tonight's game?
I got to start out with the sentimental pick has to be the Steelers, right? I mean,
yeah.
Ben's surely last home game. I mean, he thinks it's his last home game at Heinz Field, so sentimental pick. You got to think he's going to get it done. We're already beat the Browns in Cleveland. There's going to be, I mean, it's got to be a packed house. They're going to have a lot of stuff for him. Fans are going to be geared up. It's going to be cold. It could be. I'm hoping we just blow them out in the first half, so I can just enjoy.
Why are you such a big Steelers fan? Did you grow up there?
No, I have family from Pennsylvania, so I kind of just followed them to being like Pittsburgh sports fans.
But you have no like other than it's family tie.
Right. No, okay. I'm from here.
Okay.
So
I'm always curious how people become fans of whatever.
Yeah.
They're fans
just
of.
my dad.
All right.
Steelers is the pick. All right, Troy D. We'll talk to you.
Fun stuff. Enjoyed it, Clip. Hopefully we'll have more sports coming up in the near future.
Hopefully on Thursday we have a basketball game to recap.
Yeah.
From Wednesday night.
We'll do a quick weather check for you, by the way, because it's only 2 days. This year already we've had summer, spring, and winter in 2022 in 2 days. Tuesday, sunny skies. High 46, but getting back up to 63 by Sunday.
All right, let's get through the week, folks, and we'll be all right. All right, we'll talk to you Tuesday, 3 o'clock. Troy will see you Thursday.
Look forward to it.
At 5 o'clock.
See you then. Thanks.
Shirley, CJ, Chandler, and to all of you folks, have a great evening. We'll see you Tuesday, 3 on Pirate Radio Live. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington.